ultimate high.
3 boards. Wow.
Welcome to TCH Live. We are here in Austin, Texas. I am your host, Kyle Frisbee, joined by Amanda Chang for a special Big O event. Amanda, good to have you in the booth.
Thank you very much. I am excited to be here.
Yeah, like I said, a special event, Big O. We have Greg Vail, a Big O expert and coach, who's going to be joining us in the 9 seed today. So excited to watch him play. He's been in the booth before, sharing his info. That was very enlightening for me to share the booth with him. So it'll be fun to see him in action tonight. Of course, we have a lot of familiar faces. Sam Perriman, also a resident host as well in the 3 seat. Dante in the 5 seat. Wild action player Mahesh joining us, one of the best mixed game players in the Austin area. So we will kick things off with a $15 bomb pot. Most players hopping in for between 1 and looks like 3.6K for Dante. Amanda, is there any part of you that's a little sad you're not out there?
Maybe a little part of me. It is a great lineup we have tonight, but I do enjoy being able to relax here in the booth, watch everybody play. It's a really nice game to pace.
It's a lot less tough decisions in the booth, for sure.
That is true, but this is going to be a very fun, action-filled game that we have tonight. I have played with a lot of these players before. They're not great position in the middle.
Dan getting us started with his bomb pot. So this will be double board PLO.
Got it?
$15 from each player.
Big suck out? Is that what happened?
The instant poker Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's cool.
Here's our 2 boards. We'll get the players' cards loaded momentarily.
Aggressive.
Occasionally takes a moment for the graphics to catch up.
6 mil is not a bad second.
What's last night? Was Tuesday? No. Oh, we're
Yeah, it looks like we may have an issue here. I think
we're
we're playing Big O. Graphics are on, but they have PLO hands, so we may have to sort through this
So
here.
strong.
You're not doing suicide.
Nope, there's the Big O hands.
Oftentimes in these Big O games, you'll get 5-card PLO high bomb pots.
Oh, that's right. We did do that last time. Yeah. This is the memo on that. So yeah, more chaos. We had some wild bomb pots last time we had this game on stream.
And if this is high, you can see that Sam now has a great hand with the nut straight on top, Broadway, and trip queens on the bottom. Greg also had queen jack in his hand, I believe.
Moving forward, we will have the equities for you. You can see the one missing card for Mark does not allow for the rest of the calculations to happen. So a lot of checking. Bet from Greg.
And Sam calls with a similar queen jack. Right now they would be chopping with, no, just kidding, because Greg has an ace kicker. And so now they both have Broadway, and Greg is going to have a better trip queens with an ace kicker. And so he would end up getting 3/4 of this.
Yeah. Broadway.
We'll show it down, and
Do you have a straight too? Are we chopping this?
looks like you're right. Greg will be getting 3/4, so he'll turn a 105 profit on the first hand.
It's
ultimate.
Yeah.
I'm so down. How many times do I screw this up when we play this?
We just heard the table saying that they are
Okay,
doing
I
an
forgot
ultimate
it was
high,
open, so I forgot
ultimate
to
low
bet on
bomb
it.
pot.
this
And
all
since
night
there's
long.
no low on the board, that means that the highest high will win, which will be the Broadway straight. Neither Sam nor Greg has the vote. And so it will be an even chop, not a 3/4 chop, since it is an ultimate high, ultimate low bomb pot.
No, just
It's on dealer change.
Amanda coming up clutch early, making it all make
Or, I
sense.
mean,
I do my best.
yeah.
I mean, I don't
It's
think
really
it's
hard to
it's-
see on the screen.
it's
or
kinda wasted
as
time
a
on the
viewer
screen.
to the live stream.
We'll move on to Big
Having
O.
two boards
Of course,
Big
the
O.
aforementioned Greg Vail winning that
No,
first
no,
hand
it's dealer change.
is a poker coach.
Yeah, not every
You
order.
can
Yeah.
access his poker coaching material on his website. You can scan the
Oh,
QR code
you're in the box for 2 hours.
there on your screen.
Let's do it every
Also
round.
find him at doublesuitedpoker.com.
I vote against every round.
You said you agreed?
No.
What do you want to do?
Every hour.
One an hour.
Hourly.
Okay,
Also,
one an
while
hour.
we wait for hand number 2, do want to remind you guys of the summer
So we'll
series.
get
It is
we'll get
kicked
4
off
in.
today.
Sounds good.
55 minutes.
Okay.
Here at TCH Social in Austin. Over 600K guarantees that runs from actually yesterday through the 28th. And there is a 25K bonus for the top players in the point system throughout the series. So exciting stuff.
Annual membership.
I'm seat 4, so should I put the chair here? Or are we just seating seats?
Just a button they got to click in the computer.
No, I know that. I'm saying for the next player.
I see Mighty Hammer and Sassy in the chat. I have played extensively
I can
with
move
Mighty
down
Hammer at
or,
Big O
like,
Games
I don't
in
care.
town.
It's just-
So I hope you're doing well and that the hail business is
Yeah, it's fine. I'll
lucrative.
Just sit
Mighty Hammer, that's a strong nickname. Mighty Hammer. We do have a guy with a card protector here that uses a little Thor's hammer. Kind of like that card protector. I do feel like you have to play aggressively if you have a Thor's hammer as your card protector, though, right?
Probably.
Or maybe that's just a way to sit back and trap with the nuts. Just look like you're always bluffing with the Thor's hammer.
Wow, that must be a really fair.
On to Big O.
Not good.
5-5 tonight. Stacks between 1 and 3K mostly. Looks like we had a raise from the gent, and Greg is folded. We'll get the graphics called up here. Or maybe he did call.
Shooting in my head.
Can I move to this one then? Or is that going to mess things
I
up?
think it's got to be, yeah.
Yeah, that's the empty seat.
This is the empty.
Yeah, they had
See,
to- they
Kenny
had
has put out a wager of $30.
So that's why I was asking.
Not yet reflected in our graphics here, and I
So
think
they're-
it's just
they
going to
just
win
kept
it for
3
him.
open.
So hopefully we'll get things caught up
Sounds good.
on the next hand.
No, action complete. Fold, fold. Fold two, fold.
So do that the whole time.
So Amanda, I know that you dabble in all sorts of poker games. What was your first? Was it? Did you start with No Limit Hold'em and expand from there, or how did you get into Big O?
I did start with Hold'em. I also started with tournaments. And I got into Big O by joining a Big O tournament. And I had no idea what Big O was. I had never played Omaha before. I bought into the tournament, sat down at the table. They dealt me my 2 cards and then dealt me 3 more. And I gave the dealer a confused look, and the table said, "This is Big O." And I said, "I don't know what that is." And they said, "It's 5-card Omaha Hi-Lo." And I said, "I don't know any of those words either." And I think I won a pot by accident.
Yep.
They told me to try to make a wheel. I said, what's a wheel? I have 4 on my car.
Yeah. That's very funny. I'm laughing. Not only a funny story, but my intro to Big O was very similar. I was like, well, how different could it be? And I registered for a Big O tournament and learned on the fly. I think I may have won at least half of a pot, but that was my intro, trial by fire.
I thought it was a cute name for a tournament, the Big O Hold'em tournament.
Right. Yeah, sounds so simple. Then you show up and you get
We're going to get an 8.
all 5 cards, and you're like, what do I do with these? So maybe it's also explain, I guess, in simplest terms, Amanda, what is the, I guess, the biggest difference, Big O? So it's Omaha Hi-Lo, you get 5 cards. What else should you know about the biggest
Mandatory.
other variations of poker?
Well,
Shot.
if you
One line of.
don't know how to play at all, you get 5 cards and you play 2 from your hand and 3 from the board. And the biggest difference really is that it's a high-low game. So you are trying to make a high hand, and the high hands are the same as in any other variant of poker, or in PLO or no limit hold'em. But the low hand is the lowest 5 cards on the board. So the nut low would be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which is a wheel. 5, 4, 3, 2, ace. And so if you have, for example, on this board, there is a 3 and a 4 on the board. If you have an ace and a deuce in your hand, then you're drawing to the lowest 5 possible cards. And so it's what we call a nut low draw.
And in this case, Dante with the high, he's got fours full. But looks like we had a showdown already. Must have missed some action here, folks. Apologies. Looks like
Dante has
already,
fours full, but it looks like Mahesh
I didn't know they officially gave up on Tuesday.
Just for while everybody.
yeah,
has
Mahesh
the
was a
nut low
Yeah,
with deuce 5.
he's a little
Put
chopped that
juice
one
on
off.
the tournaments now. Those tournaments were
7-handed because the game is short or because 5 cards dealt.
That's just printing money.
The 5 cards dealt means that you can have up to 8 players at the table.
There's juice on.
So
The 7 players means we have an 8th player that's late. Also, we do have another player joining, Roman.
traffic is brutal in Austin, folks.
Yeah, especially at this hour. So.
At this hour with all the construction going on. I joke sometimes that
Are you
the
the phone
construction on
police,
183 is designed to cause accidents.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it couldn't be more confusing at times the way they reroute the traffic. But especially when we had all the rain the last few weeks, driving in the rain at rush hour with the construction, you felt like you were fighting your way wherever you went. Dan with the cards back in the air.
If you are playing 8-handed, because there are 5 cards dealt, in a bomb pot, you're actually going to run out of cards. And so in an 8-handed game, you'll see no burn on either the flop or the river, so that you have enough cards to deal the double board bomb pot.
You straddling? Since when?
So the gent raises to 10 under the gun.
No, that's not it.
That's not a thing.
No. So are you just trying to call 5?
Greg is
because
folded.
what's happening? That's not a thing.
Yeah, it's $10 bring-in.
Okay, guys, no worries.
I'll leave it in there.
It's fine.
Okay, okay.
We can upfront straddles for 10 years.
Paul in chat says hello. Or hey, Uncle T. Uncle T's out of town, actually. This is Kyle Frisbee, but I'll pass along your sentiment.
Are you scared?
Got a 3-bet here from KMR.
I think this is just a raise because I do think that the gent has straddled. I'm not 100% sure.
Does make the call.
In any case, they're going 5 ways to a flop, which is often standard in this game. You'll see a lot of players trying to see the flop, and
How much is the bet?
we see a high flop of a king 9-4. We see the spades come in, and the gent has the dry ace of spades. So I'm curious to see whether he's going to try to represent it.
Don't make me chase it.
You're going to chase it anyway. I'm not forcing
Yeah,
you
but I'm
to.
going to do it for no money.
Bet here from Kenny. He makes it 160.
First dumb call.
Got 2 pair.
Don't be the last.
And Mahesh makes the call with a set. And Gentry is going to come along with a low draw. He has the second nut low draw. And let's see what the river brings.
The river brings a spade. The gent and a low card. The gent can have the low and then bluff away with the naked ace of spades, right?
You would have made the flush on the river?
How high was your flush?
Instead, we had some quick action.
One
Looks like
carded.
Kenny and KMR.
Get it to the river. I had emergency low.
Hold and play.
That actually happened.
That one was no good.
Sorry we missed the
Your
river
trivia
action
might
there,
have been
but here's a nice spot there for Kenny.
It wasn't very smart.
Not sure why you go by K.
I was
His
like,
real
that's
name
not
is actually Kenny Rogers, unbelievably a gambler.
Come on, Kenny.
A man who loves PLO, Big O.
Deuce 5.
Put the 20 on.
Are
Come
you
on.
asleep?
No.
No, he wants you to.
40's on.
If the cards were correct there, then that's actually a very
They're about to tell
impressive
you
bluff
y'all
from
can't.
Kenny.
Can't double.
You might think that 5 ways,
Oh, okay, well,
everybody
then
having
let's
5
not-
cards,
let's
it
not
would be
ask.
somewhat
I never
ambitious to
tried.
bluff there. But given the
Come on,
action, it
Sam.
seemed like
Dante
nobody
Star, 160
was fighting for that pot,
That's
and
not true.
Kenny may have seen
Also,
that
this
opportunity
is
as
the
the
guy,
pre-flop
okay.
aggressor, and just decided
I
to
can be bullied
barrel
into
2
it, I
sweeps,
guess.
and that got it done.
You can sleep.
Did we fry the computers by doing this?
Huh?
We had a
I haven't, but
straddle
I wanna
from
start.
Greg.
Are you gonna play Big O
There's one
tournament
tomorrow.
tomorrow?
I think I play
Yeah,
every
yeah.
tournament in Vegas.
Well, as long as y'all don't stack me, I'll play
Getting
tomorrow.
caught up on the rest of the action here.
Tomorrow is pot limit. Big O. It's just like this.
Well, I play tomorrow. I still want to all that.
I think the players right now are talking about the Big O tournament in
Oh,
the
it's the 200.
Summer Series, which is tomorrow, the Big O
Oh, wow.
tournament here. So it's a $400 tournament. So if you are watching the stream and you want to
I don't think
try
I have
your
any
luck
with it here.
in a tournament format, then head on over tomorrow.
3 p.m.
Yeah, that's going to be a really popular event for sure. There's a lot of hungry Big O players that kind of wait for those opportunities. A nice buy-in tournament. Part of the Summer Series. I imagine you'll be part of
Buy them
that.
out of all the wrenches.
Am I right, Amanda?
I will be playing the Summer Series.
Okay, not sure about tomorrow. Yeah, I will be playing the Summer Series also, but haven't decided which events just yet.
And we see
Forgetting.
a new player coming in
Oh, and it's on me.
the 5 seat.
48 live stream.
This is TK, I believe he goes by on stream, and
Sure.
I've also played with him extensively as well. So this is going to be a really fun game. He also is not afraid to put chips in the middle, and so I'm excited, especially once we get the graphics caught up, to see what sort of hands in action we get to watch.
Yeah, you have people in your ears.
We got a big raise pre-flop from Dante. He's got a big high hand.
We're getting really pissed, guys. Everybody keep your
He's
mouth
a king and jack.
160. It was
Yeah, so
Suited.
oftentimes when you think about Big O, the hands that you tend to favor are mixed high and low hands. So either an ace deuce 3 or a 3 wheel card, 3 Broadway card hand. But if you're going to play a hand that is only a high hand, the one like Dante is playing right now is very ideal.
If you're gonna do it with this.
Exactly.
I wasn't getting the low though.
That'll take him down the
Oh
pot.
my god,
Just
that
the
would have
raise
been a crazy
pre-flop.
bomb potty or a straddle
Question
hand.
there from Dante. Some pot early.
Yeah, I learned a new game.
Him in the green. You'll see the stack sizes along with profit and loss along the bottom of your screen between each hand. So early, KMR up 250. Greg and Dante also winning a bit. Long way to go. We'll be with you till 10 o'clock Central here at TCH Social in Austin.
Welcome to the table.
I'm Kyle Frisbee. She's Amanda Chang. Special Big O event tonight with Greg Vail in the 9 seat.
We've got Sergio in the chat. Hi, Sergio. Sergio is an expert dealer who can deal Big O flawlessly because he loves pitching cards and chopping pots.
I believe I know this, Sergio. We have had a fun discussion
What's
about
with
a
the
SNL skit where John Hamm calls himself
I know
Sergio.
it just finished. I was like wondering if what.
Little
like,
inside
was it
joke.
like
If
2
you're familiar
hours
with
or
that
something?
skit, you'll know why it was funny.
This hand that Kenny has is a premium hand. He's got 3 wheel cards and 3 Broadway cards and 2 suits. So that leaves a lot of possibility to play very well multi-way. He's going to put in a raise there, and Dante.
Yeah, nice hand. He'll raise again, this time with a 2-way hand, as you put it.
Heads up, and I'm out of position.
Does have a 9.
One thing that's interesting is a hand like Kenny's is more likely to perform well multi-way, given all of his suits and rundown cards, and Dante is more likely to perform well heads up, and so he put in the raise there because, as you can see, actually, well, Kenny has flopped 2 pair, but Dante has a dry flush draw. So this is actually something for everybody. And it looks like Kenny is going to lead.
No more TK there in the graphic. He's out of the hand, but looks like we're getting his stack loaded. Kenny's bet 150. Sorry about the graphics, folks. We'll get things caught up. Community card's not showing in your graphics, but
was yours dry?
did have a 7 of hearts on the river.
You should have raised them.
Not sure why it's showing Mahesh when he's
Oh,
750.
you did. You bet. Dang.
Looks like Kenny actually drug that pot. Sorry about the graphics, folks.
It seems like the low did come in, and once the low came in, then Kenny was free with his second nut low, his ace-4, to really put in a big bet with 2 pair. You might not want to do that before the low comes in, but it's just a little insurance policy where once you have a relatively strong hand for both the high and the low, you can put in that bet, targeting something just like what Dante had, which was aces. Brian asks any word on the start time. I assume that's for the tournament tomorrow. I believe it's sometime in the afternoon. Kyle's gonna look up the specifics.
Next time I won't.
Tonight we do have the $300 buy-in 50K running, so it's a buzzing tournament floor out there.
All that chirping and you checked?
Started at 2 o'clock. Actually, late reg, you could still make it here and play the event 1 till 7:10 p.m. But tomorrow, the Big O event, 3 o'clock.
I using the word chirping today.
$400 buy-in, 30K chips, 30-minute levels, 15K guaranteed. Got a nut club draw for KMR,
and it
as
seems
well as a low.
Sam put that with two, but Mahesh has actually flopped a set of jacks with an open-ended straight draw, and so he's going to put in the raise there, trying to get as much money in the middle as possible. And now that puts Kenny in a tough spot with his nut flush draw and backdoor low draw. And so what Mahesh is trying to get out is a hand like Kenny's, and he does so successfully.
In real time.
Do you call that a big fold, or is that a relatively straightforward, just somewhat painful fold if you're Kenny?
He also had a pair, so I think that it's a relatively big fold, given the backdoor low draw. But if you really think about it, you have to hit your flush and also fade the board. And so it's one that Kenny knows will be profitable after that sort of action. I know that Kenny would have wanted to play Kenny for any lower price, and so it was a pretty good raise by Mahesh, knowing that a lot of players are going to have a lot on such a wet board. And also testing the other players to see if anyone is gambling, as Roger has asked as well.
Yeah, nobody's got the
No one in that spot wanted to gamble against Mahesh.
Oh my god.
Who had the quads?
Yeah, who had it?
Marcus went from
Sam with an all low hand. Really hate seeing the trip.
Well, sometimes nines are wild.
Mike, I hope you gave her several $1,000. 'Cause she saved you a lot of money.
A hand like Sam's is looking for a very specific flop that has both an ace and a 3 on it.
I know.
So Sam is called to see the action in front of her and try to hit that specific flop for a low price where you can get paid multi-way.
Yeah, for sure.
Greg put in a raise with his ace deuce 5
First
hand
time.
and a suit and got a call from
I'm
Kenny.
just showing the viewers what not to do.
Yeah, Kenny, another very playable hand.
Sam said she's
You wanna
showing
do
the
red or
viewers
black?
what not
Mike.
to do
Mike,
by playing
My
that
mom
sort
was
of
gonna be
hand.
like,
you want to do red or black or props or anything fun?
Well, maybe that's some good luck.
I bet they love us tossing chips back and forth across this
King 10,
table.
3, couple of hearts. Set another set for Mahesh. I think this is his third set already.
Play props. If you win, you get double.
And nobody has respectable hearts here, so I think this bet by Mahesh is going to get through. The hand that you can really get called by here is a wrap with some hearts.
It's a oh no, excuse me, just a call from Kenny.
can I get a sweet tea?
Kenny has bottom 2 pair, and so he's calling hoping that Mahesh has the sort of hand that we just mentioned, a wrap with 2 hearts where Kenny might have the best hand. What he doesn't know is he does not want to see a 3 on the turn.
Oh, it's crazy. They run around with these little loofah things. Because they're different colors. It tells you what they're into.
Yep. Yeah, it's more common than you think. You play a lot of poker.
And Kenny's going to think that this is the worst card in the deck for him.
It's streamed on YouTube, isn't it?
That could be a
Do you
get
want
out
me
of
to send you the
jail
link?
type card.
And Mahesh checked it back to be tricky.
Yeah, I just said it's 50.
Gets Kenny to put in $200 more dollars.
Oh, yeah, you gotta do the tribe, I think, right?
Florida's got some cake too, it looks like that, which I do not know.
Here comes the boom from Mahesh. He makes it 600 or 700. We'll get the count in a moment.
Greg Vail's not commentating.
I
It's on.
know. They just used the same.
Here's the wager. Tough decision here for
Oh, I'm a comic.
Oh, he
KMR.
will.
He's out of
Good
there.
fold.
Good turn card, man.
Nice win for Mahesh. If I remember correctly, he spun up a pretty nice stack last time. we had
Yeah,
this
it was a good turn card. Yeah, that was.
a little bit of early run
Like the
bad,
1 hour
so
set against me. Edibles don't work out.
can definitely see folks go
I
from
have
worst to
played
first
Tricks on
in
my
the
hand.
Big O streams, just like we do in our
Trying to be a hero.
regular 5-5 Wednesday no limit hold'em uncapped game.
And after that hand, it looks like Mahesh is our big winner and everybody else is losing.
I had all your in-betweens. I had deuce, deuce.
So let's
Stands alone in the front.
let's see if he can win all the money on the table.
Should have let you know. Next time.
No, we've got a
Lowe's not coming.
long stream tonight, folks. Thank you for being here with us.
Finally sunny Austin, Texas. It's been raining nonstop as just about the whole nation knows.
I know, it's not supposed to be so rainy in the middle of the summer.
You know, it always seems like we get one, obviously not as extreme as this one, but period of rainfall, and everybody thinks it's going to be a rainy summer. And I'm willing to bet it doesn't rain again until October,
He
starting
just bought
now.
himself one.
But you buy
We'll
buy
see.
me another one, girlfriend.
Oh, cute.
Okay, honey.
Should have brought some scotch. We should have brought
Got
a
some
bottle.
limpage, and
Give me a
then
bottle of Pappy.
I think Kenny has raised to 125.
How much they charge you for one of those? $3 grand a bottle?
I don't know. No. Oh,
From the button?
Stuff you're drinking up at Tyler? The
yeah.
thing I can't tell the difference from that and
Oh,
Jack.
correction, it was just 25.
Tastes like
Makes
Jim
more
Beam to me.
sense.
After 5 or 6 of them.
5 ways to a flop.
They haven't had a game.
Set of 5s for Sam.
Mike Russell has one sometimes.
With a nut spade draw and the second nut low draw. And she is going to bet that hand. And Dante actually has top set. So
No.
we have a set over set
Are you going
flop.
back to San Antonio?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Kenny
Tomorrow's my
has
last
a
day.
nut low draw here.
I'm heading
And
I'll be back in like 2
let's
weeks.
see if he's able to fold this. TK has the bottom end of the wrap, but the spade variety is no good.
Well, you know the game. You know everybody there.
Everybody with something here. Dante raises. He's going to get called in a couple spots, and Sam says that's enough. I'm just putting the rest in.
Let's go.
She 3-bets to 880 with just 165 behind. She's going to need a little help.
She will need help, but this bet may get Kenny out. And so if Kenny holds his nut low draw, then Sam's going to have the best low draw. And I think Kenny will often fold this low draw. Look at him. He is trying to figure out if anyone else has the nut low draw here. Because a lot of times they will, and then he's going to be in a situation to get quartered.
I do.
To be fair.
TK all in as well.
Oh shit, then I know where I'm at.
Pot size is Dante's stack of 3K, but we're going to have
I know
a
exactly
over
where
3K pot
I just
here.
told you, basically.
Pending Kenny's action.
4, 6, 8, 9 over there.
If Kenny could see the other hands, he would have made this call. But Sam's bet did exactly what she wanted it to do. She now has the best low draw.
Quads or deuce? Because I'm assuming ace deuce, jack.
You're gonna have a tough time
She
getting
said,
it.
I'm assuming ace deuce, but she got the ace deuce out.
I do have a quad draw,
Maybe.
but I really need a deuce. That's really what I want. A spade. Deuce is spade.
Yeah,
How much
good luck.
is this?
So while Dan gets this sorted out, we'll have Sam. She's going to be looking for
With
a
5-5.
spade or a deuce, as she mentioned.
Raise 355.
Ace
He
three,
doesn't
5-5,
know that she
spade,
doesn't
spade.
need the deuce.
Oh, yeah, actually, sweet. Yeah, good point.
Oh,
So
only
she
2
just-
spades in my hand too.
I had 2 spades.
I'm sorry.
Beats the low, and
Oh, thank you.
Dante hoping to hold the top set here. Big pot.
Yeah, there ain't no extra big O, huh? Not at all. They're already giving you both ways.
Well, whatever.
TK going to be looking at some streaking cards.
We'll get you all signed after.
Technically, there really is a bomb pot. You just don't need to run.
Okay. I can't see these cards.
Shitty spade with 9 high spades.
No, dang. Did you have ace deuce?
And while we wait, we have Mark in chat saying that his wife dressed him for the stream today.
Diego, Dante, do you have a jacks?
Yes.
It's a good wife. Queen of clubs on the turn. 7 of hearts on the river is going to give TK the straight.
I see.
And Sam is going to win the low.
Damn, yeah, low gets there, so they'll chop up Dante's money.
For the main
Straight 7.
Please show me that.
Straight 7.
32.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
I would say a little fist bump from Sam, but that would be a big fist bump.
Sam is so happy to see that she got out the ace deuce hand.
Nobody has
And she's going to know, too, that Kenny folded it.
Window.
Kenny may have said he's got to feel a little sick
Sorry for
there.
the celebration. I just was really excited to not lose to that hand.
If it turns an ace, yeah, you'd scoop both. Like, I'm never supposed to be the only ace.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
know,
I like
right?
your hand compared to, you know where we're at.
TK, I think that was just his maybe second
Buddy,
hand,
you're supposed to win on the live stream.
second or third.
No,
Or at
literally,
least
no,
play.
Kenny did not want me to lose, right?
I don't want you to lose.
See?
That's
Dealer's
it.
working
He's just
overtime in
poker
Big O. You
shivers.
got all this side and split pots.
You're my hero.
Dan doing a great job.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Dan is doing a great job. We
With shitty spades.
Was not.
had
you-
Big
those
O a
block
few
it.
times a week here, and the dealers do a great job of
They have sets where
Making
they
making sure that the pots are right and the cards are dealt. So we very much appreciate their work to allow us to play this game.
Nice hand, Sam.
Certainly, I've definitely sat there in multi-way, side pot, PLO bomb pots. I've dabbled in Big O, but not played as much. But in the tournaments, you see all the wild side
You,
pots
you made the
that the
absolute right
dealers have to
pull.
deal with.
Yeah,
So much perspective on back of all that.
I don't know if you heard the table, but Kenny said, I'm never supposed to be the only ace deuce there. And that is true. Given all that action, he's not supposed to be the only ace deuce there. And so he made a great fold, and it ended up with a sick result, which is what happens in poker sometimes. And you heard Greg with a little needle, buddy, you're supposed to win on live stream.
Figure at least 3 aces.
Yeah, that's when it's tough not to be results oriented.
I would've
But
Thanks, Greg. I feel better.
got to put that in the win column as far as good decisions.
The guy that wrote the book on the game told me I didn't fuck up too
You didn't
bad.
fuck it up that bad.
Give it that action. You make a bet, just like all the chips are in the middle. Oh shit. Whoops.
Waiting to see who's got the ace.
My bad.
That's the
excuse
upside
me.
of playing with Greg, though. You're going to know immediately. If Greg looks at you and says it wasn't a bad decision, then you know you did okay.
Raise.
You're seriously over lifetime in live streams?
Got a raise here from
Well, that's what Sam told me. That rumor started.
That's up.
Mark will
No,
read
last time I was
that
here, you said you run terrible.
with a good high hand.
Street.
He's on
Oh, okay.
He was killing it at the other TCH, but this building is not been doing it
A6-4
for
rainbow.
much.
That's true. I think
This
I
hand
am
is
this.
all
are
the
on
depth.
this
When
table.
you have a deuce 3 4 5 rundown hand, you are really
I mean,
hoping
you're just playing
to
right.
see an ace on that board, and he has a big wrap for a straight, and unfortunately for him, Mark has nothing, so he has to let it go. That is a hand, that is a flop where you are ready to get all your chips in the middle.
When did you like your hand?
Kind of similar to maybe flopping a set, no limit hold'em.
I could tell.
That big of a flop.
3, 4, 5. No, 2, 3, 5, 6.
Just an absolute unbreakable.
Got a lot of you watching live. Hit that like and subscribe button. Amanda and I would definitely appreciate it.
That's crazy. You had Jack
If you're
6.
watching later, you can still do the same.
Crazy.
Give us a like, subscribe. Hop in the chat if you're here live. We will
Yeah,
interact
yeah.
with you. As
I
best
didn't,
we
yeah,
can.
there's only one.
Yeah,
part
Jay
I would-
Orta is in the chat and brought up a few of the local Big O games and says he has a love of the game clause. So I'm curious what that is.
By the way, hi Amanda.
And two.
Hey, Amanda.
Hey Amanda.
Oh,
Hi, Kyle.
I think
Oh my god, that'd
possibly
be
that's a reason to
That'd be me.
make the wrong decision, hopefully at the right time.
We just
Maybe
got
I'm gonna
shout out.
start calling. I'm gonna start calling it that when I make what I know is a bad move, just
I
because
think
I
that's
want
the
that was
first
a
time
love
I've
of the
done
game
stream. I'm gonna
decision.
probably make that a trademark. Hopefully,
Race
I
to
would love
20
to
from
make that a
Greg.
trademark. I hope I run good enough
You
to
can
make
do
that
the
a
dance.
trademark.
You're like, that's fair. Do the dance.
I'm gonna get called.
How did you never tell me about it?
I want to run the best.
Dante and TK also in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
What are the flops? You'll be lucky at the right time.
Will you dance if you do? Will you dance?
Jack,
You
couple of
real
diamonds.
good?
White man thing.
All
Yeah,
I expected,
king of
honestly.
I dance
Diamond
better.
draw
if
for
Elaine
Greg.
is guiding me.
I feel like she's probably a good dancer. You like
Two
sit on
pair
the
for
She's dancing. people.
KMR.
Yeah, that's
Top
awesome.
two, that is. Actually has 3 pair.
And then you do this.
No bonus for that.
Greg put in a big bet because he's the one who really is most likely to have a set of aces here.
But to be fair, you've been
He's
doing this
not
for
at a
2
table
years.
where he's going to be getting a lot of folds.
Yeah.
And when
You never
the
broke
queen
yours.
comes in on the turn and he ends up with the nut straight, that's really going to benefit him because the players know he's capable of putting in those big bets and having a little bit less of a nutted hand, being able to really find those bluffs and represent a hand. And you can see Kenny, Greg is going to get paid off by Kenny because of his ability to be aggressive without the nuts. This time he has the nuts.
Kenny makes the call, just 170 behind. 8 of hearts on the river. Greg straight. Going to be good at showdown here. He's going to ask for the remainder of KMR's chips.
And if Kenny only has 170 behind, nothing changed for the high between the turn and the river. And so I don't see him necessarily getting away from this. Although it does look like he did add on and he might have a bit more than $170 behind.
You get 'em
Yeah, I
back in
think
the
we
fair.
had a unaccounted for add-on, as you mentioned, Amanda. So a little bit tougher decision here for Kenny.
That's true.
Bad.
I think
He's
he
hilarious.
may get away here.
The only man who doesn't drink and is named after a drink. Alizé Matt.
Drank that when I was like,
Matt. Riz-
Lets it go. Good fold.
Yeah.
Good fold, Kenny.
Played that pretty terribly.
well, it's better than
Nice spot for Greg.
Yeah. And speaking of Greg, we have Mo in the chat, who is Greg's
He had aces?
wife.
Had what I believe
And
was that
a very nice compliment for me, so thank you.
I'm gonna
Hi, Mo.
Hi, Mo. We're happy to have you here. We just got Italian food with Sam.
Draws both
Very
ways, like
honored
flush
to
draws,
have
really
Greg
good
here in
draws,
town,
or
and
he made Broadway.
I'm glad to be here in the booth while they're doing all the hard work out there.
1, 2, 4.
Making all the tough decisions on the felt today. Speaking of Greg, you can scan the QR code, go to doublespoonpoker.com or all
My vote is
info on
Broadway.
coaching opportunities as well as his instructional books.
With a good low because there are flush draws out there.
500.
That's my vote.
I'll
No, we're not throwing chips.
drink another drink.
Well, that makes me way better, bro.
I only want to say people's hands out loud just in case I'm accidentally right, and then everybody's like, "Oh wow, she was right."
It gives me something to pick apart later.
Yeah.
Amanda, with all the fans in the chat today, Diego weighing in. I'm definitely glad to have you here, Amanda. I needed your Big O expertise for
I love
these
being
4
here.
hours.
I think it's so much fun, and all of the chatters are folks that are connected to this community. And as in any mixed game community, not that I play any other mixed games, it's a tight-knit community, and you're just going to know everybody. So
He's crude.
I have the privilege of being connected to the chat.
Oh, I
Yeah,
said
that is interesting that you word it that way. I've noticed that it is something
Very
about
clever.
mixed games or
He could use that as
Omaha 8 or better, or Big O, etc.
Calling. I think
But it does seem to have its own community revolving around it.
He should get a shirt.
This
that
hand,
says
this flop is going to be some
Jewish
trouble
vegan
for
turkey
Gentry
farm.
because
that's
he
exactly what it
has
is.
the nut low draw and a pair of aces, whereas Dante flopped top 2 with the nut low draw, and you can see that big raise to try to get all of the money in the middle now from a hand exactly like Gentry.
I think he
But I don't blame him for calling. I wouldn't hold that hand either, probably. This is a cooler where you are destined to get quartered much of the time.
Shirts that says "Give them all the finger,"
Dante keeps the pressure up.
or give them all the bird. That's
Another
bird.
size
Give
ball
him all the
bet,
bird.
800 for Dante.
And Gentry's going to need to spike a 9
finger.
to make the straight. He does have the dry ace of hearts, so he would love to have a second heart in his hand in order to be drawing to that 3/4, but
No, I have JoJo recently.
he would probably like to see a heart on the river to potentially slow Dante down. Although with the made low, I'm not sure that Dante is going to be. The deuce will work too. He hit the
Wow.
deuce on the river
What a
to
river.
get a higher 2 pair. So now Gentry has aces and deuces, and Dante has back to ace. So Gentry actually hit one of his outs to get 3/4 of the pot. We see all the outs on the top of
Wow,
the
what a
screen.
flop for you, Dante. Jeez.
Yeah, what a river for the gent. Dante, second big hand here where he's been a little bit unlucky.
Atrocious river
Yeah.
strategy.
I may have said the wrong player there, but it was in fact Gentry who ends up with aces and deuces and 3/4 of the pot.
Pretty cool.
So, as you said, really unlucky for Dante, who had a stranglehold on this hand the entire
So
time.
he's gonna be black. He don't want you to get
They're rare
yeah,
in this
yeah.
game.
He doesn't
Those
want it.
pesky rivers.
Oh, perfect. Not looking good.
That's what I literally went
Do I
to
look
look
fat?
to see if I
How
was looking
fat
good.
do I
I was
look?
like, how's my hair?
You or me? How chunky do I look?
You look
Griffin in
great.
chat letting Mark know he still looks sophisticated.
Y'all look like you all.
What a community is in chat. You know, the Big O community supporting fashion choices.
I like to say that the Big O community is the most fashionable poker
Oh,
community.
is that right?
I've never said that before in my life.
So we can set a timer and it'll
Well, you know,
Yeah.
the poker community as a whole could take more pride in that probably.
Got an advantage over Greg finally.
I will I will share Sam's secret that she texted me before the stream and said, I'm going to be late for dinner because I need to figure out what to wear. I think she ended up with a very lovely outfit and looked beautiful. So it was time well spent.
You know, they say look good, play good. I agree with that, actually. I wouldn't say I get dressed up to play poker, but I like to feel reasonably put together.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to feel like a slob at the table. I feel like I might play sloppy.
Yeah. We live that one.
Matt says, does anyone else think Sam looks like the AT&T girl? That has never crossed my mind, but I 100% see it, Matt. That is a good point.
I don't think I know what the AT&T girl looks like.
Yeah, I believe her name is Lily something.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I have
So funny, I sit
a
around
friend who is a local actor, and she is now the Domino's Pizza girl.
Oh, wow. That's
so she
pretty
has
awesome.
been the face of Domino's Pizza. Her name is Casey.
Griffin's.
Okay, I can see it.
Is he good?
For those listening, I just showed Amanda a picture of the AT&T girl. We have agreement. There's a resemblance.
You have to know the reference. And we are going to jump into the next hand.
I'm going to lay down this premium.
Penny folds pocket nines, which are a good hand in Hold'em, but not so much in Big O.
Your hair is nice. I haven't seen your hair that short in a minute.
I'm always wearing hats.
That's story check.
35.
And TK has just called with an ace-deuce hand. So
I had, for the first time,
he has under-repped his hand, but Greg is going to raise it from the straddle. And so we're going 5 ways to a flop. Mahesh has a high hand again. And Greg flops the nuts. So he's going to here be able to continue betting and put everybody else to a test.
Easy game. Just flop the nuts.
Flop the nuts, and Mahesh once again flops a set. So he probably will come along hoping to pair the board, although TK has many of his board pair outs. So Greg is in a great spot to fade the board pair and scoop this pot again. And let's see what happened on the turn.
Yeah, we got a turn card, and Greg has continued for 400.
Hey.
See if we can get a view of this board.
You want to use my...
Sorry about the graphic lag, folks. It does appear Mahesh is called.
And this river bet of 75, even though we can't see the river, I'm going to guess that this bet is targeting something that Greg still has the nuts. And that this very small bet is hoping to get called by a hand like Mahesh has, which is his pet. He bet $75 into a $1,500 pot, which to me makes it feel like he is hoping to get called. So if I had to, oh, there we have the cards. He does, in fact, still have the nuts.
Just trying to wring any teeny amount of remaining value out of the hand, essentially.
Yes, and this is something that Greg often talks about. Once you have taken this line,
Oh, yeah, that's what
you are hoping to target something that often isn't going to call you. So in Hold'em, you see these river overbets and whatnot, trying to target really strong hands. But you see he did get paid off. I don't know if he was going to get paid off by anything less than, or yeah, for anything more than what he bet. So that was a really great river bet sizing choice by Greg. It was a size that he thought could be paid off by a set and did in fact.
So max value for Greg Vail, and he is up $1,400 early on here.
Which he didn't do in any sort of big splashy way. I mean, he got called by Kenny in that hand where Kenny had a bunch of pairs, and he got called in that hand by Mahesh with the set, and he's just winning these pots where he's able to milk value from hands that are trying to
kind of get to a showdown, right? They have
Exactly.
some equity, but
get to a showdown or chase him down, make his opponents pay for a board pair. Which is why it's really fun to have him on stream instead of in the commentary booth this time. He does great commentary, but it's very fun to see him on the felt and really doing his thing.
yeah, it's kind of the perfect sequence for me because I got to share the booth with him, hear all his insight firsthand, and now I get to see him put it to action.
I'm
And
telling you the story, and I'm like, Mark, I was next to you.
so far, so good to say the least.
Yeah.
All the Mac.
And we see Sam raise her ace deuce hand with a suit. And TK, Mahesh are going to come along. And given all of the action in front and the fact that Greg is towards the end of closing the action, he's going to come along with what he would call a more speculative hand. So a hand like Greg's is really hoping to see an ace on the flop, where he can make a nut low.
10-6-4, monotone hearts.
And nobody has nut hearts, it seems. KD tends to like TK, tends to like those second nut flush hands. So once nobody bets the flop, you may see him put in a bet.
Definitely check. There she goes. Atta girl.
And now Sam's going to bet her nut low draw.
Would you say that flopping the second nut flush in Big O is somewhat similar to flopping the second nut flush in like a double board bomb pot type
Yes.
hand?
It
Sort
can
of
often
similar.
get expensive,
Yeah.
and you have to take it with somewhat of a grain of salt, but you can read the situation. Like this one where nobody bet the flop very aggressively. I think TK can have some sort of idea that his flush is good. The exception would be if he's being trapped by a nut-nut hand, but even a nut-nut hand is going to put in a little on the flop to try to build a pot. So I think Sam...
You read all your books? I played.
So strategy question also right there on the river with Sam's $125 bet into a bit over 400. Is the strategy behind that against two other opponents? She's kind of, because she has a one-way hand, she's kind of just hoping to get a third party in there for some extra value? Or would you bombing it at full pot to try to take down the whole thing? I guess how does a player make a decision between those two options in three ways on the river there?
All about the chase.
I think that the 125 was probably to get two callers, hoping that it was twofold. She knows that if she gets two callers and neither is an ace deuce, then she's going to get some more value. Also, if somebody has a huge hand, like the nut flush and the nut low, or if there are two nut lows in there, and say, pretend the third player had ace deuce and KD had the second nut flush, KD probably is not going to raise it. And so she's setting her own price. So it was kind of twofold, a block bet to buy her way to the river for cheap, and if she's getting quartered, not get quartered for too much, and also to hopefully get a third player there with a worse hand. Because if she can get an ace 3 in there, then they're gonna chop up that money.
Right now? Oh.
So far.
Onto the flop on hand 14, ace jack 6, couple of diamonds. Let's see if we got a player with diamonds here. Doesn't appear so. You have top pair
I told you what he had.
for Mahesh,
As
well as KMR, top and bottom.
That
KMR.
plus the diamond draw.
Dante's gonna come along with a decent low draw and a gutter for the high.
Oh my gosh.
5 of spades on the turn.
This gives Dante some more possibilities because he's now open-ended for the high and his low got there.
Pretty plump. The color pops nicely from that shirt.
Yeah, does it? It looks pink.
4 of clubs on the river.
He says it looks
Oh, okay. Oh, that way?
Yeah.
I think he's trying to troll you.
KMR's going to come out with a bet, 75.
Yeah, you're just hair
Looks like
drying.
Dante will make the call. Mahesh out of there.
Shitty 7.
KMR and Dante will chop that one up.
You got a better low.
I see 3, 4. All right, guys, go ahead and take this.
And I have a 4.
And he has a 4.
Correct.
Okay, hold on.
Quit
Okay.
fucking with the dealer.
Hannah's like, oh my god.
He got people talking in his ear.
That is one of my pet peeves in this game when the dealer has pointed out the hands and someone says something that's a joke and now the dealer is confused. Like, so is it a chop or is it a scoop? Because it's really easy when you have 5 cards to know what you have. But imagine you have 8 players at the table and now you have to look at 40 cards.
I'm through number 2.
Yep. How I feel every Wednesday during Dom Pots. And a bit tonight, trying to
Second, I create my own.
monitor that many hands simultaneously.
It's not mine anymore.
Yeah, I also I noticed
I don't
that.
care, man.
You know, Big O, Bomb Pots,
I'll
people that
own my mistakes. And
their hand out and at least to lead the dealer toward what it is they have. They just make them look a whole mess of cards.
But then you have to berate the dealer for getting
Well,
wrong.
let's
So much gonna be that.
obviously berating the dealers.
I'm
We're kidding,
Hold
folks.
on.
It's not odd. Be very nice to your dealers. Tip well.
I would if I could. I would if I could, yeah.
Oh, look. Greg looked at the little banner, the Chiron or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I do more than that. That's all right.
Oh, it's over there. Oh, my God.
So Dante calls with Queen 7, 6, 4, 4. We know he's in here to splash around. Would that just be a fold for you?
Yes. Queen 7, 6, 4, 4 is not a hand where a lot of good things can happen because you don't even have 2 hands where you can make a wheel. So even if you make a low, it's never going to be the nut low. And as far as the high, if you end up winning the high, they're probably more often than not you're chopping. Well, with the exception of Queen, Queen 7 where you flop a boat. If you make a set of 4s or a straight with a 6, 7, there's going to be a low, and then you're going to end up with half the pot. So you're always just playing for, or not always, but you're often just playing for half of the equity.
So we had a raise pre-flop, a couple of calls, 260 in the middle to a turn, and Sam Mahesh and the gent.
And
have
then
continued here.
Dante did get away, so it makes me think that he might have straddled.
Oh, very possibly. Yeah. And sometimes the straddle on the graphic goes up as a call.
Alright, I need a 9.
Six of hearts on the river brings in front door flush for Sam. Board is paired though. I said front door, back door flush.
And Sam made a joke that she needs a 9 because nobody would actually put her on pocket 9s. Pocket 9s are not a great hand, but she actually did need a 9. The heart will do.
Fuck, neither of you have a deuce. I had all
An 8 either. I have pocket 8.
And Mahesh is gonna look her up with an ace 4 low. So it's going to end up as a chop pot, where Sam wins the high with her flush, and Mahesh is going to take down the low with the stiff and nut low. Sam showing everyone her pocket 9s proudly, saying, look, I can splash around too.
Take that shit.
We know you play pocket 9s.
$100?
How often would I flop so perfect in that situation? 2%
Try something more reasonable.
The limit needs to go up every hour.
Do a pump pot.
I'm just going to try and bluff.
5 cards ultimate high. Isn't that what we decided, Amanda?
Sure. What was it?
I believe they're doing 5 card ultimate high, ultimate low.
Oh, okay.
It was red.
It was red.
Well, I mean, the flush made, so probably. No, I don't think it was red.
I think it's running.
What colored deuces did you have in your hand?
The other ones.
3 hearts in the last
I
one.
had the black
All right,
one.
you never know with you mixed game players. It might be
Is it
whatever
flop
5
or
card,
Flop.
ultimate high, ultimate low. Deuces are wild.
2 black then?
2 black dudes.
You had 2
I've
red.
never played that, but it sounds fun.
Yeah,
Sevens or
I was
aces.
like, I think it went back
It'd be
for heart.
tough to figure out who won,
I was
probably.
back with that one going from the river forward.
7s are aces, aces are
Oh,
9s.
I'm trying to post my blind.
I change it up from time to time.
The middle card disappears.
Yeah, the middle card doesn't. Yeah, the mean card doesn't count. You can do 7, couple of hearts on the top board, 3, 3, 5. Your bottom board.
So what we want to look for are ace deuce hands, pocket 5 and 3.
That'll be KMR.
And he puts in a bet with his trip 3s.
Also has top and bottom on the top board as well to go with it.
He has 3 pair on top, so it looks like he definitely has more behind. He's not all in.
Oh, that sounds ominous.
I know, right?
That's super ominous.
And they've used no high shot at anything.
Yep. I like how they build suspense.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We doing magic?
They
Kenny
make
bets
me second
60
guess
over
my
to Sam.
decision.
Looks like she's made the call.
She has 5s full right now. And
Yeah.
so maybe she's waiting to see a safe turn.
Not your favorite turn. Pocket aces obviously get there, but
I think she's still going to feel pretty good about her hand. And she puts in a small bet targeting a hand like what Kenny has, which are just trip 3s with a worse low. And now Sam is going to have...
She makes a set on the top board as well. She has set with her 5s.
Well, it's ultimate high, ultimate low, so she still has the 5s full. And Kenny makes the wheel, so he has the low. Which was very lucky for him because he did not have a wheel on the turn. Sam was in great shape to scoop, but sometimes
This was my plan.
you end up with the chop.
I'm hoping for quad 3s down there. Is that my only?
I had a 3.
So if you guys retrieve Dante's 3, then yeah.
By the end of the night, I'll have this ultimate high, ultimate low stuff down, folks. As it stands, Greg up 1,400, Sam 550 in profit, Mahesh just behind her, TK also winning a bit. Nobody really buried Dante down the most. He had a couple of kind of second best type situations.
Deuce check, yes.
Got the wheel.
You have ace 3. Do you have ace 3?
We haven't seen Mark involved in too many hands. He's been pretty card dead.
Yeah, I've certainly seen that on some of the different variants of poker. Big O, deuce to 7. Players are, if you're card dead in these games, it seems to be even more of a requirement to kind of sit back and wait for your spot. And Hold'em, it seems like you can kind of play position, 3-bet out of line, bet the flop, try to take something down. But in these games, if you're card dead, you just kind of really are temporarily at the mercy of the deck.
Absolutely. And there is a lot more uncertainty in Hold'em, so you'll be playing with ranges and betting ranges, and so even if you don't connect with a board, you might like a hand for your position, whereas in Big O, there are certain hands where you can just never win the low, and if there is a low, it can be very difficult to get other players to
Y'all are,
fold.
I am so mad at y'all for not raising this.
So you need
I'm
to
gonna
choose
make it
your
stack in this hand for
spots
just having
wisely.
these cards.
And is this a limped pot? I think this is potentially the first limped pot we've seen.
It's got a flopped bad flush for Mahesh. Somebody have bigger hearts. It's like 5 deuce of hearts for Mahesh might be the best flush.
It is. TK has flopped a set, and so he'll be feeling good if the board pairs, although he's holding a lot of it out.
Looks like we checked through to a 5 of clubs on the turn, and it appears there's been a bet. We'll get the graphics caught up in a moment.
You can have my seat.
4 players. 25. 5, 6, 7.
We all know you're not doing anything. The internet will be like,
This may have been the same situation as we saw before with Kenny on the button, seeing a pot that nobody was fighting for and deciding to put in a bet himself. Unfortunately, this time he got 3 callers.
I check. I can't beat any of you.
And he says, I check, I can't beat any of you.
I think we need
Set a
another
jack.
set a jack.
There's the flush.
There's the
nuts.
Nuts.
Flush is so nutty.
got him.
And like you said, Mahesh is going to take it down with 5 deuce apart.
A little bit of a preview.
If you had it.
Kenny shows the bluff because you have to bluff with pocket 9.
The hand is so atrociously bad. It's not even
They should
button-worthy.
start playing a pocket 9s game.
Yeah, I
like
think
a
mine
deuce
was like
game and hold
That
it.
is a great
1097
idea.
or something like
Yeah.
that. And when you're out.
Go out there and let them know.
If you win a pot with pocket 9s, you get a $25 bounty from all the other players. Something like that.
You're ready to publish your first Big O book.
Yeah. I'm going to be an expert at the end of the stream. You can be too if you stay with us till 10 o'clock Central.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see a second attempt at that bluff from Kenny, because once the board didn't pair, it would have been actually fairly effective to get it through. Maybe Mahesh calls him down because of the flop check, but obviously we can see the cards and he doesn't know that the best hand is the 5 high flush.
Pre-flop action here. We've got a raise from KMR. He's got
I miss those days.
a couple of aces. Go with the 5-4.
Single bill days, you know. The people at the
He
bank
called
always
a few
ask,
spots.
I think Sam was the one who put in the 3-bet with ace, deuce, deuce, 3, 10, which is a nice hand. You might not want to have that second deuce in your hand, although you do block other players from having ace, deuce. You can see that Dante does have it in this
If
case.
I would have known, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, so Sam 3-bets back around to KMR, and he's going to rip it for his 425.
Yeah, that's pretty rude, Kenny.
I've only known you longer than anyone.
I think it might actually be a slightly different number.
How are you just flat with these maniacs behind?
Well, that statement in itself.
And you are going to see somewhat of a waterfall effect here, where
I'm not doing
once
the
one
dirty
player
work over
calls,
here.
everybody else is going to call, or at least KD is going to be in there with pocket queens and a 4-6, hoping to counterfeit some other player's lows or spike a queen. Because if you can hit that sort of Broadway card, then maybe nobody else is going to have it. As it stands, aces are still the best hand on this board.
Wow.
And Kenny has the dry ace of hearts. And so he's hoping that maybe he can get some players out, although for $85 into this $1,600 pot. So let's see, Katie is hoping to spike a 10. Sam needs backdoor low or backdoor spades. And they have action on the side and are going to...
Sam's got quads.
What the?
That could be a good. Aces and 9s.
Aces might win.
Ship it. Ship that shit. Don't slow
This
roll.
time
like the
we
river
saw
is a
the
9,
9s on the board, and so Kenny is going to win this 3-way hand with his aces and 9s.
No low.
Big win for
No low.
Kenny.
Aces and 9s. Ship it.
Been
Okay,
kind of
man.
whittling
That
away
river
thus far, and
Was
that's going to be a
fucking
very nice
phenomenal.
pot for that man.
Perfect.
Mesquite.
That's a great
One.
river. Don't let anybody tell you
Nice hand.
otherwise.
1635. get him back to business.
When the whole field rolls a 0-0 and aces
Also
just
helps kind of relax you on stream after you win your first big pot.
It's because I said the nines give
Something
it
you
and
got
they
familiar
take
with
it.
a few weeks back. You had a pretty awesome live stream performance.
Yep. I'm doing it for
Yeah,
the
thanks
recall?
for bringing it up. It was a fun time. I ran very well to start off with the nut flush against the second nut flush, so your stream can't go too badly when that's the first hand, or maybe it can.
Come
But
right out the gate with a nice cooler. That.
exactly, if I'm going to
was
be
the
on
race.
stream, I'd rather be on the right side of cooler.
Because I can.
I'm actually
get
now
out
1
of
for
there on that
3
flop.
or 1 for 4 in stream, and it's the first time I've been on the right side of card distribution
But
on
Dan
stream.
did it the most wrong. And I hear if you blame the dealer, the cards get better.
Sam said what we were talking about earlier. If you blame the dealer, the cards get better. So, and once again, that's a joke in case anybody in chat is too literal.
Yeah, if you show up to the table I'm at and you start expressing a lot of superstitions about the
normally
dealer
I
and
might
what they
make it
give you,
85,
I'm
but I
typically
can't.
going to label you as a weak player.
Scared.
You don't see I don't think you see Phil Ivey complaining to the dealer about what he's been being dealt very often. Just think about that before you blame the dealer.
There was a guy a couple weeks ago who was doing so non-ironically, who looked like he should know better. He was very confident and wearing
What I
a
said about the
poker
nines
sweater,
earlier.
and once he started blaming the dealer, I was a little confused.
Yeah, some people just don't get it, unfortunately. If you're listening to this now, don't blame the dealer.
All right, we've got a flop straight against bottom set with a bunch of pairs as well. So KD is really looking for this board to pair, whereas Dante wants to hold, and he does.
That seems to have been the story of the night. We'll have a set versus a straight or a flush, and the set just hasn't been able to get the board to pair. Seemingly.
That is nice variance because sometimes you will flop that straight and you will not be able to stop the board from pairing.
Yeah, you feel like it's just inevitable. The only cards left in the deck. pair the
Tonight,
board.
we've seen a lot of high straights. One of the things that can happen in Big O or any 4 or 5 card game is a flopped lower straight often does not stay that way by the river. And you may see beginner players overplaying their hands, say they flop a 7 high straight. That is the type of hand that is rarely the nuts by the river because many overcards are going to make a straight or other cards are going to pair the board. And backdoor flushes are often available or front door flushes. So just beware of those low straights in a game like Big O or
That's one of the
PLO
beginner
or bomb
pitfalls. Also going back to pre-flop, right? You don't really want to play a whole lot of hands that are going to flop the nuts 7 high straight, right? You kind of want to stay away from those kind of hands pre-flop as well, right?
Correct. Because they are often not going to be the nuts by the river for the high, and somebody else may have a low by the river. So you're really only playing for half the pot anyway.
Uncle T joining the chat. Welcome, sir.
Oh, there it was.
Y'all familiar with Uncle T from here in the booth? He is on a business trip at the moment.
Just because Gentry's in. Just because Gentry.
Got a 3-bet from Mahesh. He's got a couple of aces.
And this is, in spite of the 9 in his hand, he would of course prefer if that 9 were a Broadway card. It's a pretty good set of aces for not having a deuce or a 3 because he has a decent low and 2 suits. So if you're going to be raising aces without
Naked aces
a
with no
deuce,
deuce.
this is a pretty good candidate to do so because it still has a lot of possibility to make a strong hand for both the high and the low.
Queen 3-5, couple of clubs, and that's going to give Mahesh a pair of aces to go with the nut club draw as well.
And of course, he will continue to bet it. Uncle T says, hey, TK is in, my buddy. We all love KD here.
KMR has the nut low.
And a
Draw.
wrap. So he will be coming along for sure.
Thinking of a card.
Healthy bet from Mahesh, called by Kenny, aka KMR.
And I believe Kenny said he's thinking of a card. He
I know it's coming now. I already know it's coming.
I believe that card that he wants is a
I got
deuce
too many
because he's
outs.
putting Mahesh on ace deuce,
Run it
and
twice.
so he wants the deuce to have the wheel and the straight.
I got wheel wrap and clubs.
Yeah, no,
He's not great clubs, but
So we're all in here. 32.85 in the middle.
Just a huge hand?
He's probably got ace ace deuce.
probably does.
Ooh.
Standard.
Nine.
Yeah, you just throw in the shitty part of it.
He doesn't know that Mahesh
All right,
also
now
has
show me.
ace four, so what he
Pick
really
me
does
dealer.
not
Now
want
I'm
is
using my
ace
pick me
deuce.
dealer.
He wants any. He really wants a four.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Or a six.
pump fake. Dollar on us. God, fucking
10 of diamonds on the river.
what a shit.
Mahesh is going to win a monster.
You got aces in him.
With
After
nines
the
and
danglers.
fives.
5-9. Oh, idiot. Not well. What am I?
23-15 headed to Mahesh's
He
stack.
showed you 9s and 5s. He got ace
Oh, I know. You showed me the bullshit end of it.
I'm not criticizing.
Is that one that he can get away from, or is that more of a
Yeah, that
cooler
was
category?
I think he can get away on the turn. He has to call the flop, but it's a close one. It's a 6 spot.
Right, back to the drawing board.
Before you have a wrap, and he doesn't know that his clubs are dead. So if he's putting Mahesh on maybe an ace deuce with set, you have a lot of outs there. Or even just an ace deuce. Although
What would Greg Vail have done there? Oh, he's right here.
Mahesh may or may not have but he says, what was Greg Vail have done? He said, I would have lost.
Yeah, I love that interaction. That's funny.
I didn't play it too terribly. All right, that's good to know.
You gotta pick a better river.
Yeah, way better.
You gotta work on
We
that.
got the $20 straddle off.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, he wants you to
Speaking
scroll.
glowingly of my favorite dealer, and he just crushed
500 on the
Best way to get unstuck is to raise the stakes, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Put the
Live 40.
Thanks, Mike.
$20 straddle on, and now Mark's going to put on the 40. Mark will probably look at Sam and say, where's the 80? That's his favorite thing to do.
He's,
I play with Mark frequently, and he'll put on the straddle, and then he'll say, all right, you know, Gentry's going to put on the 40, and then Amanda will put on the 80, and then Mahesh will put on the 160, and we'll go all the way around the table.
a straddle guilt tripper.
He is, but unfortunately, we all have a little bit of resistance towards peer pressure. We've got Sam in with the ace-ace 3-3 deuce, which is generally a pretty strong hand unless your opponent has an foreign bluff boat.
Then he just casually acts like he's disinterested and checks his boat.
And now Sam has the ace high flush draw with the nut low draw, and so she may be inclined to come along here.
There's a low draw.
Almost dead on the high. She has one ace that she can spike for the high, and this is going to get her into trouble potentially. Let's see if Penny can find a small bet size to get paid off by a deuce. I think Sam will get away here.
Hey, I'm not calling it. I'm not calling it. I fold. I'm not calling. Oh, I guess I could have raised. No.
Did you say raise?
And Sam's going to show.
I heard it.
If Kenny had found a very small bet, remember when Greg bet the 75 and 2,000? Kenny probably could have gotten another 30 out of Sam, but 300 she's never going to pay off.
You're back in my good graces, temporarily at least.
Temporarily.
One note is that when Kenny asked Greg, what would you do here? Knowing Greg, he's never going to stay at the table. Oh, I would have done this
No, I
differently.
need you to hit a
Right,
He's
gonna
not
let you
trying
say
to
low,
give
so I got
lessons
three
at the
quarters
table,
of
so
Yeah,
he just said I would lose here.
Is that the scoop card?
I think that's definitely the,
Still
the
have-
smart
still have
course of
that boat.
action in the in the heat of battle.
Absolutely. Thank you for reminding me.
Not a reminder, not influencing.
But it
I
is
feel
a
I
growth
wasn't
tough
gonna
spot.
until the deal was
Influencing action.
Now hopefully he's in
auto
slightly better
straddle.
spirits after scooping that pot with 10-4 on the flop.
I think you get it with the last ace.
Yeah, just
It gets
because
him
neither
almost
have
to
a lot.
even.
Well, yeah, the ace. Yeah, the ace.
That's
Kenny's
the
definitely had the most volatile
Ace,
session. He's
ace.
been up and down.
Crushes my soul.
One in, lost some big pots.
Sorry.
I don't say sorry, but I do laugh.
Gotcha.
Say sorry to me.
$20 straddle back on this
Well,
hand.
and then text you.
Yeah, you're like
Maybe.
all the
PK.
sad face emojis.
Exactly. Hearts.
That's only 10 more than I put in.
And we saw Greg complete. Greg is often going to raise once he enters a hand, but with one, a $20 straddle, and two, if he can get the idea that there's not going to be a huge raise behind him, then he might just complete from the blind. And this is a hand where a lot of good things can happen if high cards come and a lot of diamonds, which is exactly what he's gotten on this board. So this is a board that he's going to love. He's going to check it over to the field, and kings and fours make a boat. And, you know, you'll see him put in a bet with his boat. I don't think anyone has much to fight back with here. And if he gets raised by maybe a set of nines, which probably would have bet the flop, then he would be able to assess that situation.
Yeah, you can kind of eliminate the set of nines right on a board that wet. Somebody's got to be putting money in the pot on that flop.
Yeah, most likely. There are times if I'm in early position where I might check and try to see a safe turn card. But I'm not even sure if that's the optimal line multi-way. Those sorts of middle set hands on a really wet board are very play multi-way because there are so few turns that you're going to like besides a board pair. And it has to be the bottom card that pairs the board too if you have middle set. Because if the top card pairs, you're never completely comfortable either.
Very similar to bomb pots.
It is very similar to bomb pots in a lot of ways. And when I played the bomb pot game here extensively, I loved playing with people who said bomb pots were bingo.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of overlap between all sorts of split pot games.
7 feet tall.
Yeah,
I think
bomb
they
pots
stay
are
in the
definitely
dark
not bingo. If you're
the
out
most
there
because they're
calling them
not
bingo,
attached
you
to the
probably need
casino.
to review your own strategy because there is a lot of strategy.
Oh, they
to
were-
playing
they're
with
everywhere.
bomb pots.
With the wizards.
Actually, I take it back. Bomb pots are bingo.
Just leave it at that.
Mark finally found a real hand, so he's gonna put as much money in this pot as possible.
Oh.
And everybody's going to
Alright.
call him except for Greg.
They can't stand it. They don't like it at all.
Sassy says she's back after an ice cream run, and now I'm immediately
Shouldn't have
jealous.
raised pre-flop that hand.
This is pretty questionable.
Did you bring us some ice cream? Where's the ice cream for the commentators?
That does sound great.
And I'm out of check. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Been on a little bit of an ice cream kick. TK on a 5 kick. He's got bottom set.
Oh, Dante had the last ace in that hand.
Queens and fives. Actually 3 pair for the gent. He's got all the pairs.
And we know the gent is never going to fold a 3-pair hand.
And TK just comes out and bets 460.
Like kick myself for that hand later.
They'll show up on your tally.
Fold from
Ow,
the
that
hash.
I would
That
have
made
to
me
be the
forget to
last
tally.
to act to give you.
That's the worst thing.
It's a weirdly marginal hand that might be. I can't with Mark Lines.
Wow.
He's got ace deuce.
And Mark is calling. He's got the low working.
He's got a low draw, and he could hit a 4 to scoop. We can see at the top of our screen that all of the 4s have been folded.
Check.
And so KD is actually in a great spot to scoop this pot if a high card rolls off.
That's so sick. I would have busted you.
6 of clubs on the river.
I knew you
Going
were
to be a boat for TK
know
for
how
the
terrible my
high.
hand
I don't
is,
have a
Sam.
pair.
4, 7, 10, Jack. Jack's full.
That was actually good.
Fortunately for Mark, unable to improve to his low, so TK will win the high. Nice spot for that gentleman.
Had to be last back there.
And he's going to feel good about
Jack
that.
full. Yeah.
Now putting him in the profit up $470. So we've got Greg, Mahesh, and TK. Sam and Kenny, after a few rough hands, are just down a little bit. They were up and now just about back to even. And we've got Mark and Dante throwing the party today. But there is still time. We are about 1.5 hours into our 4-hour stream, and so anything can
I
Uh-huh.
wish
happen.
I was. But I can't.
Yeah, we've certainly seen people go from worst to first and the contrary as well. Hopefully that doesn't happen for Mr. Greg's sake. We know he won't be because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Sassy says peanut butter awesome sauce from Cold Stone.
I haven't been to Cold Stone since college, I believe, and that was a hot minute ago.
Now we have one next door,
Oh, do we really here?
3 doors down.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
You haven't seen the big banners?
I have not.
You have blinders on walking to your
didn't even
car.
know your first name.
I guess
And
so.
I've known you for at least
There's
a
a
half
Cold
a
Stone
decade.
now. Nice.
Over the mic.
That's when I went to was in College Station, Texas.
Is it the
Ace King 9, couple of clubs. Gent with clubs, not great though. 7 high.
And Mark with top 2 and a wrap. Is this VPIP Big O Survivor? Good question.
Black.
I don't think so, but that's a great idea for next time.
That would be a completely nuts game.
We're playing prop.
Mark gets 150, and that'll win him the pot.
Yeah, that just puts a hand like Gentry's in an impossible spot because you could draw to your clubs, but you have no idea that they're live. The 7 high club draw is not an appealing proposition.
Your low isn't working, so just kind of a good time to bow out.
I know, I folded you once.
It's high on
I honestly am too. I pulled probably 30 hours of poker in the last 3 days, and I'm on 5
Yeah,
hours.
Sam's saying she's played about 30 hours of poker in the last couple days. I
Oh yeah.
wasn't there with her, but I followed along on her social media, and I can vouch.
What,
It seems she
what
has
do you
been living on the
Yeah.
felt of late.
She and Greg were
I
both
was wondering
down
if you were gonna say,
in
like,
San
craps or
Antonio
something.
playing. I know a lot of these players were also playing Big
You
O
look like a crap
through
guy.
the night last night. So we are glad to have them here with us today, continuing to play this game we all love. Mark's going to call with 3 aces in his hand, which is always kind of funny when you have a lot of pre-flop action. You think, what does everybody else have if I have all the aces? And they've got hands like this.
I used to go just for cash games.
Yeah, Greg is looking for an ace on the flop, but they're all in Mark's hand. We've got a bunch of clubs, and Mark is going to start betting his dry ace of clubs so that if another club comes in, he can bomb the flush.
Represent the nuts.
Yep.
AMR top set also. See what he wants to do when it rolls back around to him. That sounds like call. A lot of interesting turns here, and that's one of them. Front door clubs get there, and the gent has turned a straight.
But Mark has the perfect card to continue following through on his plan. So his plan was to put out a small bet and represent the flush if it came, and he got the perfect card on the turn to do just that.
Wow, beautiful play by Mark.
Oh, prop and scoop.
Show us the other one.
Dry, got me the
Looks
dry
like he's
guy.
going to show Kenny that he got him the full top set as well. Nice move.
If I had it, I would have half.
Oh yeah, you would have got value if you.
Yeah,
That's what he thinks. It's different if I'm against him. I'm going to quickly say 5.
Kenny, I
Oh
had
yeah,
you.
blue fluffy. Or not fluffy.
On the turn, for sure, yeah. In the turn, I was pretty sure I was 3rd place.
Glad you told me.
You playing Griffin's game over there?
Sort of.
Kinda.
It's not what it used
the
to
multi.
be.
Yeah.
I can't play live anymore, just by itself. I can't do it.
Mark, if you win, you have to come over and pick it up yourself.
All right, I'll pick it up for him.
Walk all the way up. Yeah, I'll walk over there.
That's just the rules.
Where are we at? You up
We're even on the
We're even on
red
that.
black.
Uncle T says, ouch, robbery. We love to see it.
Mike, the hand before, I had a Broadway in my hand.
Oh, here's the all-in where I
I
completely
scooped
bricked the
with
river
Broadway,
and
and then I scooped
double
with
passed
We're all
One of
here
those
for
$300 putt.
the robbery and the violence. We want to see creative lines. Nearnay says Kenny got to rip the flop there. Yep, I was kind of thinking the same thing, Nearnay, that there are so few turn cards that Kenny's going to want to see. But on the flip side of that coin, if Mark did have the nut flush draw with some sort of wrap there, then it may be prudent to see a safe turn before ripping it.
They won't even like acknowledge. They won't even.
Because you
return
might
my
just
calls
be
right now.
bloating a pot that,
You weren't very kind.
you know, your opponent got more equity
I
than
wasn't.
you.
After the
Yes,
explanation I got.
but that is always
I didn't know you
the
commentated.
big
No, I didn't.
question
I
with
asked
top
to
set
be
when
involved in that.
to put in
I
money
mean, I got a
and
process.
I got a BS.
knowing how far
16
ahead
BS.
you may or may not be. This
I
was a hand where
rewatched
Kenny
it
would
just
be a
to be
bit more
entertained.
ahead, have more equity because there was no low draw on the board. But top set with a low draw is in a very vulnerable state in this game a lot of the time.
Oh no.
Moving on, we see
The gent, yeah, has 3 pair. He's called. Sam,
Okay.
Mahesh, and KMR all in there. 6
nobody
apart.
with 8-9, it looks like, and so we've got some various pairs and straight draws.
Oh.
Nut flush draw from Sam.
Yeah.
Good size bet from Kenny here, and that's gonna.
If I put him over there, I'll leave him.
Yeah, this
Put
won't
Sam to
shed
decision.
Sam. No, Sam will call this, I think, with the nut low draw, the nut flush draw, and a gutter. She can't fold. We'll see what Mahesh and Gentry want to do with all of their pairs.
Mahesh should be calling money. Yeah, he folds his hand. He's got to go. Seat change, Mahesh.
Mahesh gonna think it over and opt out.
You don't do math.
You don't do that. 50
I'm getting
Out
the
to
setting.
the gent.
No matter what.
Yeah.
But if I win it, I get 150 from you.
You got
And the prop.
Oh, you have to win with your props.
To get double.
Oh.
you got
We're
Jen.
not playing props.
So I'm putting 250.
We got Kasuf down here. Get hogging camera time.
I'm gonna shake it.
Come along.
Oh, that works. That works. That works well.
If I get 75 back.
Next call.
He's
1,200
definitely
in the middle
scooping
to a river.
And the river is the deuce of clubs, which Sam hates to see. That's a horrible card for her hand because her low just got counterfeited. So Kenny's going to back his way into the second nut low. And
pretty good.
that's enough
pretty
showdown
good.
value for him to check it through.
I was like, do you have the flush or a straight?
41 low.
This is that.
That didn't count.
No. Well, they're not. I don't have enough for him to fold. You've never. You're like 270.
I'm calling all along. I don't have it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
You don't have to defend yourself, Kenny. You win the chips. It's okay.
I can bet 600
Got there on the river.
if I got
Not
2K.
You ruined it for me.
I think what he's defending is not going all in on the river
Oh.
once he hits the low.
Yes.
I had a straight in my hand.
I believe the players were telling him to go all in and get Gentry's hand
Yeah, that's
to
fine. I didn't know where
get out of there, but he'll be happy with that result, especially seeing Sam's hand, which on the turn was the best out of the three. It's a
Where are we
really
on red or black? Mike?
unfortunate
Play
river
good
for
all the
her.
time. I gotta play some shitty big O hands.
I had on the back of my
I
hand.
mean,
Nirne, we've seen Penny bet a few times with position
I'm trying to
in
break the live
pots
stream
where it gets checked through to him.
Yeah,
Nobody's quite fighting for the pot. He
There you go.
is really the one who's
That's
been
all.
battling
That's the most
in those
has to go
situations
through
with
a
less
game
of a
film.
hand. This time he does get bailed out, and so he can just check down his showdown
You
value.
can pay someone
But-
like $50 to review the tape for you. And then,
adding on
Can you
500.
keep track for us?
We appreciate your feedback regarding the announcing.
I'll pay you.
It's nice to have
Oh, yeah, very
active
nice.
chatters.
20, Greg will do 40. No, and I'll
I
Thanks,
played with
Nirne.
Nirne
All right.
last night, some
So no
Big O
stress.
as well with Mark and Gentry and Penny.
Mahesh didn't want to.
Too early. You said 4 or 5. 5.
Too early for Scotto.
All 7.
As we alluded to earlier, the Big O community is not so large, so we are all
Yeah.
interconnected.
Yeah, hopefully streaming things like tonight and, you know, Greg and his content that he puts out for people to improve their Big O games can grow the number of Big O players. I am a fringe
Oh, that one?
interested player, maybe you would call
I
it.
don't play this
All right,
Had a
well,
good time playing, but
we are working on Kyle.
yeah, I'll come around.
I think one thing that I notice about Big O and mixed tables in general is everyone is very jovial. You'll see Hold'em tables, and everyone is very serious, trying to figure out exactly the correct line or what to do in any given situation. And the Big O tables often feel like a party, and everybody is just there to see each other, there to play some poker, but also socialize. And that could be
Crazy what happens when you rake millions off the table here.
a very fun thing. Uncle T, I'm not going to answer your question.
Yeah, no, I've definitely noticed that watching some of the different Big O and 2-7 type streams. It seems like those players, they have such a familiarity with each other. And kind of creates a whole different element of camaraderie. We noticed that in our 5-5 no limit game because it's a lot of the same players. But I tell you what, if you want to see some players taking every second as serious, that would be a tournament final table. That's when, as an announcer, you really have to be on your A game because they're not going to fill in any gaps. Very quiet at final tables.
Yeah, I've just had like.
But fun group tonight.
Cards ever.
Greg Vail with us in the 9 seat. You can check out his Big O instructional content at doublesuitedpoker.com. Scan the QR code on your screen now. Great to have him with us on the table this time. He's also joined us in the booth as well for his insights. Four players to a flop. King 6-3, couple of spades. That's going to be a set for the gent.
And not much for anybody else. Mahesh has the best low draw. Couple of gut shots to various straights. And nobody with great clubs either. But Gentry is going to put out a turn bet now with 9 high clubs. So he has the best clubs and his set.
River's the 8 of spades, bringing in front door spades. Nobody with spades, just
Somehow, 20 cards.
yeah,
No
20.
spade draw.
Yeah, just one spade, in fact, in the whole lot of cards.
I think this
Mahesh.
is just going to check through. Oh no, Gentry's going to represent it, given the lack of interest from the other parties. And let's see if Mahesh calls him down with a 4 deuce. Now he lets it go.
Maybe a bit of a block bet, would you call it that, in Big O, to try to get to a showdown with your set of 6s facing that flush on the river? The front door flush getting there on the river?
I'm not sure what his thought was behind that bet, but given the fact that he did have the best hand, it absolutely worked.
guess if you do it with the best hand, you just call it a value bet, right?
It was a very effective value bet.
Try to get 10 on. Get 10 on. Yeah.
$20 straddle on from Kenny this hand, aka KMR. He's about even. Greg, Mahesh, and TK winning. Dante played a couple big pots early, got a little unlucky. He stuck the most. Not afraid to put money in the pot, though. He could turn it around in a hurry. And speaking of turning it around, he's got a very playable aces hand with a low draw and a couple clubs.
Yeah, the 6 there sometimes makes it a little difficult to make a huge hand. But Greg is going to come along as well with a suited king and deuce 3. He's going to know if he flops well. That's the thing with a second nut low and Broadway flush hand is you can tell very quickly if this is a hand where you want to continue. And given the fact that it's 4 ways, he's getting decent odds to do so. Mark folded a hand like, I think it was 2, 3, 5, Jack 10. And probably because he was in early position and didn't want to commit so much to a hand that likely was going to get raised later on.
9 Jack King Rainbow. Nobody with the Queen 10.
No one with Queen 10, but Mahesh is going to represent it with a pair of queens in his hand. So he bet
blocking
the pot.
The Queen 10 is the key factor.
That, I would bet, was his reasoning behind that bet. All he had was top pair and pocket queens. He can hit a gut shot if called, but I would call it a semi-bluff.
For those of you already in chat, you can see Uncle T put in, we do have some upcoming final table streams. So the 21st, we have the 100K final table. 6 p.m. start, July 23rd, the Deuce of 7 single draw final table. That'll be a very interesting change of pace. We do have the Deuce of 7 cash game that we stream as well. And the 27th showdown at the Capitol. 28th, the monster 250K final table as well. Sam, you see on the stream, and I will be hosting that. Looking forward to that as well.
I'm looking forward to playing a couple of those tournaments and watching the streams in all likelihood. I mean, hopefully I'll be on the final table, but short of that, I will be watching the stream in chat, support it.
Hopefully we'll be watching you on the final table from right here in the booth.
All right. That's a plan I can get behind as well.
Get behind that one.
Sinister Garden in chat, rooting for Katie.
How long did y'all wait for me?
No.
Oh, you could have lied.
No.
Sinister Garden sounds like a 1990s band name or something like that.
What type of music?
It'd be like some type of indie rock, maybe.
Okay.
Do you agree? What kind of music would Sinister Garden? Would that be heavy metal?
Maybe heavy metal or pop punk.
Okay, yeah.
Amazing Grace is here.
Would it be all that support? You know, it sounds like something when South by Southwest is in town, somebody would be like, yeah, we're going to see the Sinister Garden show. Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
What are we doing?
All right, we got a hand here. Gentry, once again, has a set and the nut low draw. So I'm interested to see. I was interested to see if Kenny was going to continue. But it gets checked through, and the deuce comes in on the turn, and Gentry's just gonna check, presumably as a trap.
Mahesh with a deuce.
Kenny's gonna bet it because he has the most ace-deuce hands given the pre-flop action, but into 6 players, it's very optimistic to think that nobody has a deuce or that nobody's going to call him. So this is one where I probably would have just given up. And you see the trap has worked. Gentry is going to check raise. Kenny's going to be out of there probably with his low draw and 2 over pairs.
And this check raise looks extremely strong, right? I mean, this is basically the nuts most of the time.
Yes, from most players. You see Gentry playing a lot of hands, so he can come up with a creative line, but he hasn't been too aggressive today. Mostly he'll just call down and try to play pots to showdown. So I think if anybody's been watching the way he's playing, it does look extremely strong. Mahesh was also the only person with a deuce here, and so he's deciding whether or not Gentry already has a boat, because if he does, he's in pretty bad shape with a bunch of undercards to the 8.
Does make the call.
He does make the call, hoping that if a low comes out, he'll be good one way. So we know that's not the case, but I can see where he's coming from. And 10 rolls off, so Mahesh does not have a boat. I think he's gonna get away. We'll see what sizing Gentry picks, and he does size down a little bit from what he raised to on the turn. He needs to size down more in order to get a call from Mahesh on that board.
Is that kind of one of the keys is your Big O game matures, is trying to kind of dial in those river value bets like you described, as like Greg getting this extra $75 in the pot earlier, and in this case maybe a little bit smaller bet could have been paid off.
Absolutely, and that's really any poker game. The difference between being good and great is knowing how to handle marginal spots. And that includes being able to seek thin value from players when they have a marginal hand. Given the length of time Mahesh thought about it on the turn, you can probably deduce that he didn't love his hand, and then the check on the river.
I can see that. I can see that.
You find that in Big O, timing tells are worth more or less than maybe folding. If at all different, but it feels like just a venture for a guess, and this is totally out of left field, but it would seem like timing tails might be more in a way, because there's kind of so much more of a flow and multi-way aspect to the game that you're going to have more situations where if somebody does take those few extra seconds like you just mentioned, you can really start to eliminate a lot of the very top of their range in terms of strength.
I think so, and that manufactured timing balance is something that hasn't quite reached some of the mixed games yet. I think that a lot of Hold'em players will have a sort of shot clock in their head before making any sort of action to avoid tells, and that's just not something that I see as often in Big O. And we see Mahesh flop huge here with the nut low draw and the nut flush draw. So this is the type of flop where you might want to see as many players making it to the turn as possible. Except that the cards of the flop are completely different.
Yeah, it looks like the graphics had to update
what we saw a few seconds ago, and so it's actually not Mahesh with the monster hand.
It might be the gent if those are all clubs, and it was. So the gent has everything here. Second nut clubs.
Unless Kenny has an ace of clubs.
Yeah, great point. Did confidently bet. Makes it 100.
But he does have the nut low and a set. So if he has the ace of clubs, well, now he has, let's see, deuce 5. And we'll see whether or not Kenny has the nut flush or not.
Oh, I like that look, Gentry.
Got a low.
Very value size bet, it seems. Looks like the gent leaning toward a fold here.
Any ace wouldn't quite do it because the gent has the second nut flush. So it would have to be the ace or the 7 of clubs in order to beat Gentry's hand.
Oh no.
The 7 of clubs would be fantastic. He would have a straight flush. Let's see what the last card was.
King 10 of clubs.
You're allowed to raise with that.
Oh, you'll see it.
Nice pick up there for Kenny. He's kind of hovering in that 800 to 1K stack. See if he can get that thing up over 1K
That's your only one.
here in the near future.
Until the next one.
Certainly has been an action player. He's had a lot of playable hands, though.
Just thinking about it.
We are just about at the 8 o'clock Central hour. We'll be with you a couple more hours till 10 o'clock Central. I'm Kyle Frisbee. She's Amanda Chang. Joining me for this special Big O event here we have with Greg Vail in the 9 seat. You can check out his coaching material and books at doublesuitedpoker.com.
I can vouch for the scoop books that Greg has written. They're known for being the industry standard for Big O books. So if you are enjoying what you're seeing and want to learn more about how to play this game, definitely check those books out. There's not a better resource out there.
Black.
Ace 3-4, rainbow.
Check.
This can be so tilting when you have a hand like Kenny's, which is a great hand if you see an ace, but then the ace comes out with a 3 and the 4, and it's not what you love to see. So Kenny's going to bet it anyway. He has 2 pair, and he blocks deuce 5 and check around on the flop. So given that opportunity, he decides to bet it himself. Sam has called him with a decent low and open-ended. So if she hits a 5 or 7, then she'll have backup for her 6 low. I think, without seeing Dante's last card, Sam has... Oh no, Dante, let's see. Yeah, the low better than Sam's would be a 6 deuce. So if Dante has a deuce as the hidden card, then Sam, then he'll have the best low, otherwise he'll be Sam.
Checks through the river. You see a winner.
6-5.
56 low. 56 low.
You can do it.
I don't know nothing about up to here.
There's nothing like better than a stick and chip shit.
And let's not understate how good of a job Dan is doing right now, making sure that the pots get shift to the correct people as 4 or 5 people turn their hands over and not quite sure what they have.
4 or 5 people with
Well, that's
5
why I was
cards.
like,
I've seen the multiple sides pots with a split pot game. Couldn't agree more, Amanda. Dan crushing it in the box.
We just expect him to read all 25 cards but not deal us any bad beats.
Right. Yeah.
It's not too much to ask, is it?
That's all, you know. Just keep track of 45 different moving parts at once and make me lucky. While Dan gets this sorted out, I am going to take a quick intermission at the halfway point. I'll leave you all in Amanda's capable hands here and be back with you guys.
All right, now that Kyle's gone, we can riot. I am taking over the stream now, so let's get a roll call in the chat.
yeah, that was
Anyone who has been watching and lurking, type your name and where you're watching from.
I didn't say it loud enough.
I think you can put the 10 on? Nah.
100. It's warm.
It's usually warmer right here.
Yeah.
It's lights and then air flows.
And it's loud. Yeah, it's just being.
In the meantime, we're going to roll on to the next hand.
Single 11. That's got to be 1, 2, 5. Roster.
Let's get some hands here, Mark. It's something.
Raise C5, 20. Hold, C6.
And Dante has opened with a high-ish mid-rundown, gets a bunch of calls. The gent has an ace-deuce-3 hand with some clubs. And Mark's going to come along too with spades and an ace-4 low draw.
Last call for Andrew. You're 1, 2, 5.
And we see a flop of 6, 6, 5. Nobody with a 6 in their hand. And now the low comes in for Gentry. Still not too much in terms of the high for most. TK has a 7-9 straight, and so he may come along given the lack of aggression on the flop.
No matter what.
He does make the call.
What am I up, like 1,700? I'm up a little.
Nothing.
3 on the river changes nothing, and they'll check it down and chop this pot.
Good hand.
Yeah.
Which you probably will. Now, where are we? For real?
I think you're up like 6.
Am I up that much?
You hit all the hearts or something.
Oh, shit. I forgot. Yay.
At the end of the night, after I watch the live stream, I'm going to be up 2,200.
I'm going to audit.
He's going to audit the live stream.
You ain't got that kind of patience.
Live stream audit. Yeah, just put it on 4x speed.
I learned how to edit.
Use AI.
You can Photoshop.
We saw last time Mahesh was our big winner, but after that big pot between Gentry and Mahesh, Mahesh is still winning, but Gentry is up the most. 2,600 at this point.
Not a bad night of work.
Uncle T says Mahesh looks sleepy. They were just commenting that it's a little bit warm in the stream area, so that might have something to do with it. But a long night of poker also might have had something to do with it. I think a few of these players played through the night.
It would change again.
Ace deuce 5, couple of diamonds. That's going to be nut diamond draw for Sam. 8 of clubs on the river, not going to help. Aces and 8s for Mahesh.
Scared them all away.
With a 64 low. And so he did put in a bet there to get called by a hand that might be quartered on the low, like Kenny's hand. So here Mahesh has 2 pair with a decent low. Nobody bet the flop, and so it's unlikely for anyone to have a wheel. No one's been too aggressive. And so Mahesh will get, Gentry rivered aces and 9s. So Gentry is going to win half the pot, and Mahesh and Kenny are going to chop the low. I liked the turn bet by Mahesh. It got hands in that he could quarter. If it were a bigger pot, it probably would have gotten more players out.
I'm proud of it.
Abolish the rest.
Extra chip is going to go here positionally, half and half for 2.
Yay.
You see that sometimes in limped pots in Big O. Even if you are making a large
When
bet
does
relative
paddles
to
go
the
up,
pot,
Mike?
since it's a pot limit game, it has to be a pot-sized bet. A $20 bet does not get anyone to fold.
It's a bomb pot and a
And
racehorse on every hour.
so you'll see, in those small pots, a lot of players getting to the river, and so a hand like top 2, like Mahesh's hand, has some trouble protecting itself from, a hand like Gentry's that can come along for
You
cheap
win one, you
and
got to sit out.
spike a better pair.
You got to buy in double.
Oh yeah, I gotta see what Gentry had on that hand.
None.
We went from one winner earlier to now it's
Oh.
a 50-50 split.
No.
Yeah.
Always interesting to see how that
Ace,
ebbs and flows.
3.
We'll have
Okay,
sometimes
what's
just
the
one or
other
two
hand?
big winners, sometimes
Is that the ace full?
Fuck, I don't know.
just
The
one or
ace
two
full,
big
yeah.
losers.
Oh, that's the okay.
Right down the middle as it stands,
Yeah, pretty good.
I was hoping the low was
about halfway through the stream here.
Yeah.
Yep. That's good.
Mahesh is going to like this hand, so he'll put it in an open. He's got a bunch of
Yeah, 15
high
ready,
cards
ready
that
to go.
can do well on the Broadway side of things with an ace deuce
Green
for the
chips
low.
in.
Is a suited ace deuce basically an automatic you're going to at least see a flop?
Yes, short of crazy action in front of you.
Yeah.
That's standard.
Here's a little action. Sam's
Standard
3-bet.
procedure.
Probably a reasonable seat assignment.
The best types of hands are
Good shape,
ace deuce
Kenny.
hands with 3 wheel cards and 3 Broadway cards.
I'm reading the comments.
So,
Oh Jesus.
or any combination of
Some dude says
those
you're
types
hot.
of cards. Nobody likes
Thank
this
you.
flop too much because nobody has a 10.
Yeah, 10-10-8. KM arm pairs is 8.
Shred my hand there.
Mahesh actually still has the best hand with pocket jacks, but it's going to check through, and then given the turn, I was going to say Mahesh might find a continue.
I don't trust you. Somebody's
It looks like he's
bullshit.
happy with his showdown value of jacks, and
Somebody's bullshit.
now once the ace deuce comes in,
Yep.
he definitely won't be folding.
Not the fucking card. Let's see.
Sam's going to put in a little value bet with ace deuce and end up getting quartered.
Jackson 10.
But she had no reason to think that Mahesh would also have an ace deuce hand. He gave up on betting as soon as the flop came out, and
So how bad am I playing according to the comment section?
Oh, that I wouldn't really.
The last one was a 9 of hearts. The 9 of hearts or 4 hearts. I think that was the only one.
I'm trying to get that.
You ever have a big O session where you feel like you just get 3-quartered all night?
absolutely.
Oh yeah, 9 of hearts.
There are
is
some
better.
days where you can never have the 3-quarter side of the pot. And as you play more, you start to learn how to get away from those types of hands. There are certain situations where you just can never fold them, but if you know that you are only playing for one side of the pot, you start to realize when to get out right away.
And start doing some fancy math in your head of if I call, I only lose a teeny amount, possibly if I get quartered, or maybe even make a little.
Absolutely.
I think I know I keep referring back to bomb pots, but there are some similarities. But I think that's one thing a lot of people miss in bomb pots as well, is keeping track of the size of the pot relative to what the bet size is on the river. If you think you may be getting 3-quartered, or you just have kind of a one-way type of hand.
I thought I had everybody in. But then yeah, I had everybody in, and then he showed us. That was on no worries. And I can't see that in your tablet.
Wouldn't mind seeing Dante get going here. He's been a little card dead after kind of a hot start.
We have a 10 on.
Had second best a couple of times.
Live 10.
Yeah, Dante and Mark have not had too much to work with. You haven't seen them in many hands. Mark came into the chat to tell us what he thought of his card.
And I believe to let us know his wife dressed him. So that was Mark, right?
Yeah, all the good things. Greg raised it up with what we were just talking about, 3 wheel cards and 3 Broadway cards. He knows that this is a great starting hand to go with, and he won't be too upset to see it go multi-way because a lot of good things can happen with his hand. Kenny also has an ace deuce 3 hand with some clubs.
Jack 7 queen.
Greg is gonna not hate this flop because he flops a wrap on it. So he has the ace king 10, and let's see, he bet 100 into 210, hoping to get as many callers as possible because his hand is going to play well against many people. Once Sam raises him here, he's gonna know that she has a made hand. But I think his hand is too strong to fold, especially with the backdoor flush draw and the backdoor low draw. Yeah, so he's going to peel. Kenny probably will get away given this action. He doesn't have anything on the high, and he's hoping for that backdoor low.
Kenny out of there. Big pot brewing, over 1,100 in the middle to a turn.
So Greg needs ace king 10, but this is an interesting card because it gives Greg a flush draw in addition to his wrap, as well as a low, and I think he's just gonna... Okay, so Sam bets the pot with her set. She also has a flush draw. She doesn't know it's no good. Yeah, this is a close one because you have the second flush draw, and it's really hard for Greg to know whether his ace 5 is live. But he does put it in the middle, and he is in better shape than he thought he was going to be.
I have to improve.
And the board pairs on the river, so that's going to double Sam up.
Big win for Sam. Over 3K in her stack now. What a pot. Really just a collision course there.
That
right, Amanda?
is absolutely a cooler. You asked me about some spots earlier where can you fold? Yeah, sometimes on the turn. I think this one, Greg just had to do what he did, which was wince and put it in the middle. I don't think
Ace king 10 and low. Get
he can fold there.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I wish we had the calculator for outs for Big O on that river, but a ton of ways for Greg to swoop that pot. But as it stands, Sam now up 8-10.
I'll do a quarter bomb pot now.
Joining Mahesh and the Gent
Bomb pots, or not even that.
on the top of the leaderboard.
Uncle T says, schooling the teacher.
I mean, are we doing the bomb pot right now, or are we doing it when they do
Greg
it in the
will
hour?
top off.
We didn't agree on the hour.
I don't care. I literally, we could do both.
But it's on the hour.
Okay, so it's the same.
I have right at.
I don't know, we can keep it. I don't care.
Jesse joining the box. Regular dealer on the stream here. Also a strong mixed game player himself. I don't know if you've ever played with Jesse, Amanda, but
I know Jesse has played his share of 4-card Hi-Lo. I believe that is more of his game of choice.
I thought that's what you said to me, and I was like, oh shit. Queen.
it's funny because the first time I became aware that Jesse was a good mixed game player or a Hi-Lo player, I was leaving the old location before our beautiful new venue here at Anderson Mill 183 in North Austin. He had a gigantic stack of chips at a PLO game. And talked to a few people afterwards. Turns out Jesse is quite the player. Now he'll have to be quite the dealer. A lot of moving parts in Big O. First hand will be a bomb pot.
Keep letting Sam get in. I keep picking up premiums when Greg raises, and I'm trying to just...
You are the reason why I called. Because you go, I have to call, even though it's against Greg, and I'm like, low card. I'm going to just be a donkey over here.
Glad I could contribute to your success.
Our favorite indie rock band in chat says Jesse's game was the best in the country, which
High
is
praise.
that was the exact phrase I was about to say. High praise.
Mike, we're off, right?
Got some
We're off on the
commentator
red black?
synergy
On Bob Hunt?
Yeah,
Or in general?
We're on?
as we
stole that one from
I'm
SNL
up 6.
when Nicolas Cage made an appearance and Andy Samberg said that's high praise. I don't know if anybody remembers that skit, but Andy Samberg was imitating Nicolas Cage to his face. Amanda's not backing me up on this. If you've seen that in chat, let us know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We let
Dealer choice.
we let the dealer.
Obscure reference, I'll abstain.
It really gets freaky around 2 a.m. though.
Well, do you put the jokers in?
Close. Some 6-card.
I can't believe how hard we used to do
Ups on board, a lot of hearts. If anybody
I
has
can.
the ace of hearts with a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just those times.
And there's also a made low.
I do too. Those were a lot of camaraderie.
Sinister Garden is Dustin and is a book he wrote when he was 17. Fun fact. Thanks for
Now we
joining
know.
us. I played with Dustin plenty as well.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us. And the ace is going to change the low. I didn't see what sort of lows these players were working with. And now Sam has the nut low with a 7. So I imagine we're going to be seeing a big bet from Sam on that 7, given the fact that she cannot.
When she
Oh.
boats up.
Well, there's not trip 7s, so the
Oh, yeah,
actual
mystery.
cards are a little bit different than what we see on our screen, but I believe
That's how
that
you're annoyed.
Sam has the
I was like,
low.
oh no, you can see that.
Maybe not.
The ace, 2, 3, 5, 7.
I was 6. Yeah.
Yeah, so the board is different than, so the graphics are going to be incorrect about who wins here because there's not 2 7s on the top board. Occasionally those will get confused by the RFID system, so see who Jesse pot to.
That's insane.
Nobody seemed to love the rivers too much. There weren't any huge bets on the river, but it looks like
Oh, hey, I didn't see it.
No,
Mark
I
has
look cheap if I tip less than 5. So.
won this pot.
Yes, change.
I'm training my son-in-law to take over that part of it.
Big pot I scooped like 4 people last night. I gave away what?
Oh, yeah.
2,000 in rebates.
You think you made any money?
I don't think I made any money.
I think the game would have broken.
Yeah, several people came back. Excuse me.
First, I finally got a hand that's just too atrocious to see it.
That's terrible. Really?
Raise from Dante.
I think
Ace, queen, queen, 10, 8. Couple of hearts with his ace.
he's new.
Gets called in 3 places. 2 a flop. 9, 6, 4 rainbow. A lot of rainbow flops tonight.
They took all the damn. Can't even look at people's stacks.
Oh, I thought they did it just one time. They're doing
Not
that
too much for anyone here. Dante has a gut
Floppy
shot
Joe.
now. The ace comes in,
Yeah.
so
I thought he was
Dante's
Scott.
got
No, Poppy Joe.
queen high, flush draw.
Players.
Not too sure what Gentry's betting because we're missing one of his cards.
Nate's not in
Does
this.
have aces and 4s
Just joined.
Aces
and
but,
fours.
with a
I
mystery
have-
card.
I've only seen him get on a table, but not really playing. He's the the rainbow wrist. Or
King of spades on the river.
yeah, it's something like that. I haven't seen him
Like
play.
checks down and
he's probably just
show us a winner.
Aces and fours will be enough, right?
Here so.
Yeah.
Maybe Griff
Dante
got
doesn't have
it.
anything, so regardless of what Gentry's last card was.
Yeah, I don't know
I
how they
probably
got
could
it.
have got on there, but I have to.
Aces and fours will be good.
He's no good.
We'll never know.
I didn't even know the Venetian. I'd only saw that one stream. I didn't know that it was that kept going.
Have you watched his analysis of it? He's brutal.
No.
He's in a bad mood. He was in a shitty mood when he did it. I mean, he is mean as.
No, I have not. That's funny.
I don't know. I told you before.
That's why you're calling him mean. That's funny.
Seed 6 has only played one hand this entire session and decided to try to get doubles on props.
He's doing the Greg
This guy's an idiot.
Mr. Garden says I missed playing in Austin. Might need to take a trip. Would love to have you here at TCH Social.
I only saw that one where
Come say hi anytime.
Rice made that bluff, and then
You love
folded
tournaments.
to the
Summer
range.
series would be a good time to do it. Running through the end of the month.
Yeah, it was
Very
wild.
exciting tournament area at the
But
moment
I knew
with
that
our
he,
kickoff
like, he
event.
even
$300
said afterwards,
50K
like, "Ooh,
guaranteed.
That wasn't my best
He's a
move.
good player. He
Yeah,
can
yeah,
play
sounds
with
Like a
great.
football
That was
game
just
was
a
happening when I pulled up to the parking lot today.
Pretty big one.
A huge one. But I think he even got back winner, probably. I don't remember.
If you can't win in that game,
Yeah, that was a wild game.
Mahesh will raise it up with ace, ace, queen,
I
7,
didn't
3,
realize that was
and we'll
the,
go to a
Venetian
6,
Greg was
9, 8 flop,
talking
couple
on.
you never
clubs,
played.
2 pair for Dante,
Play ever. Just cowboy.
4 pairs of 6 on the turn with another club. Nobody with clubs.
Mahesh does have the dry ace of clubs.
Oklahoma.
Same thing. He owns about half of a.
Oh, and TK with a set of 9s, he'll bet 150. Get a call from Mahesh.
Oh, he has 9s full.
Nine's full. Your hand. Finally. I had it a while ago and I didn't
TK's
hit.
going to win that with his boat.
And we said pocket 9s
Oh
were
my
no
God,
good.
we're making this real
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah,
So
that could have been
easy.
the
They're
bounty
gonna love
hand
this.
of
While
the
ago I
night.
had him, I flopped him, but he beat me. I bet 100 when I flopped him, but then at the river he bet 200. I couldn't call because I didn't get nothing with it.
Oh my gosh.
Shots.
We're training the big O players of the future.
Gotta have a little 9s in the hand. Gotta keep them on their toes.
Well, I had nothing else. So I was just hoping that
3 bet every hand with 9. Free flop.
I haven't been watching. Have you been watching? I haven't been.
Katie will enjoy getting in there with
He's going
hands
to
like pocket 9s or pocket 10s. And one of the first times we ever played together,
fully like over it.
he got all of the chips in pre-flop. And
He's not gonna do it if
flop
the number goes
9s
against
full.
his favor.
And
Do it if it's
just
shitty.
Yeah, if
backed
it's
me,
shitty,
and
then
that
we'll
was
go
my
with
first
it.
introduction to Big O. I tapped the table and said, GG, and went home, slept on it, decided that I was not going to quit forever. I would indeed play this game again. So that's a fun story about the first time I played with KD, and I think he felt a little bad about it because for a month or two after I played with him again, he would buy me dinner.
You got a dinner rebate?
I did get a dinner rebate from KD.
Ace, 8, 6, couple of diamonds.
Way too many opponents.
Aces and 8s for the gent. Well, actually 3 pair.
And Kenny met the pot with his nut low and bottom 2 pair. Now the diamonds come in. Greg has some diamonds with a decent low. And I think that Greg checked the flop to see if anyone was going to bet the diamonds.
250.
But I've got the cheat sheet
Since
over
nobody
here.
did, he was able to put in a pot size lead on the river. Sorry, Greg checked the turn, seeing if anyone was going to bet. Since nobody bet the diamonds, he can lead for pot size on the river, knowing that information that his second nut diamonds are most likely good. And Kenny's going to call with the nut low. Katie does wisely fold the second nut low, and I think everybody behind will find the folds as well.
Remember this hand, okay? Tell me later.
Mahesh is going to look him up with the straight. This time Greg does have it. So Greg and Kenny are going to get to chop up Mahesh's chips there.
Just needed a 6 or an 8 to go now.
Yeah, Dustin, it was brutal. But it's all part of it. I've played a bunch of Big O since then, and it has not always been that brutal.
Greg, what I gotta do to get a pass?
There was only one way, and it was up.
Hell
Tell
yeah.
her play better.
Play better.
Not pair the board on the river.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll get Kenny back to right around, hovering around the even. Just can't seem to get over the hump.
Like right now.
You sponsor?
Like your bag right here.
Yeah, I'll wear it for
Sam is now up a bunch after that big pot against Greg.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, I'm not wearing it. I'm kidding for it. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like he seriously devalues it.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hi, Sam's mom.
I was like, Mom, did you see me shoot daggers at Kenny? Kenny felt it. I'm just cranky. I didn't get enough sleep.
What's sleep?
So you see something interesting here, which is that Greg raised with a queen rundown hand. Mahesh limped with the intention to back raise. He has ace-ace deuce with a suit, and you can see him doing it now. The problem with doing something like this is Greg knows exactly what Mahesh has at this point.
In that hand.
This is like the limp back raise in Hold'em. When you see it, it's likely aces.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
So Greg is going to know as soon as the flop comes out whether or not he is in good shape against Mahesh, because he can always put Mahesh on some sort of ace-ace deuce.
6-6 king. Don't have a 6 in the field.
And if Mahesh decides to stay aggressive here, Greg is gonna fold. Now that the 10 comes in, you know, this is not a card that Greg is gonna hate to see. Although Mahesh is gonna bet it with the ace of spades, as we saw Mark do earlier with his ace of clubs, and it's just going to get through.
Nice spot for Mahesh.
Yeah, nice pot for Mahesh.
That's interesting. So it's kind of as transparent, for lack of a better term, that you have a huge hand like that. You know, similar to No Limit Hold'em when people do the limp back raise.
Yeah, and that's why it can be more effective sometimes to just raise with a variety of hands and to raise your own hand, because in that particular line, I think a player like Greg or like Sam is always going to put Mahesh on some sort of ace-ace deuce.
Well, I think we were halfway when Jessica. No. Did you do?
Yeah, looking at, I know a lot of people love the limp back raise with their big hands. I think there's more room for that in tournament, given the shallower depth of stacks. But I did see an interesting poker training recently of you can do the limp back raise if you also include some bluffs with it as well, which I employed recently and worked, but a little bit scary to put all your chips in with pocket sixes trying to represent aces.
All right, Jesse, let's do this.
Got a raise to 20, yeah. Whole bunch of players to a flop. Got a deuce for KMR as well as Mahesh.
And a nice low draw for Dante.
Oh, yeah.
I did that.
I noticed.
It seems like Gentry might have just decided that he's going to be aggressive on this hand because he raised pre-flop and then continued to bet on the flop. He doesn't have too much to work with here, and it's going to get looked up by both players with the deuce.
Ace of diamonds.
He's
on
not the
turn.
worst card for Gentry to keep representing, but he'll wisely give up, especially now that Kenny has the nut low with the deuce.
3-4.
And did they have Red Bulls? Sugar free.
And the 6 on the river. If Kenny checks, he's going to be sick to see Mahesh's hand, but he's not going to. He'll test Mahesh to see. Mahesh has a deuce with a king. Kenny has a deuce with a queen.
Try to arrange as neatly as possible.
But Mahesh might actually call thinking that his low is good and be surprised to win the high.
The meatloaf is probably good.
Yeah, he's going to call. Maybe not sure which side is good.
That, most of the things on the menu is good.
But Mahesh is going to win
They
this
got a really
with
good
trip
menu.
deuces with the nut kicker.
Are they still on there? Yeah, the ribs are good.
Was that just kind of a case of Mahesh's hand being strong enough on both ends? It's just unlikely that you're going to be beat on the high and the low in a spot like that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking too much about the 5 low, so that's one where you are hoping to win.
Yeah, yeah, it's really
and
nice.
I got that one salad.
I don't think that that's the half that Mahesh would be winning, expecting to win. Yeah.
Always nice when the backup plan comes through for
Yeah.
you. We've all been there. That gets Mahesh up over 1.1K in winnings tonight.
When I'm in those situations, I do like to think about the hands that can scoop me. So if I were playing that hand, it did end up being a good call by Mahesh. I perhaps overfolded in those spots because I would be thinking about a 3-4 of diamonds, which might scoop me. Even without a boat, a player with a flush could easily scoop. And so if I think I might be beat on the low, there's a lot that would beat me on the high as well.
No. Yeah, it's right over across from the wind.
Okay, yeah. The new,
It's the empty casino.
the Conrad.
Yeah, it's really nice, but it is
it looks
very
so
empty.
Yeah, you can count the people that are in it.
Just call me back.
Ace Jack deuce, couple of diamonds, top pair, nut flush draw for Sam. Checks around to the gent. Gent's gonna bet it.
We've got TK and Mahesh both in there with decent low draws. But this was a great brick for someone to keep representing. Nobody particularly likes this run out. Let's see if anyone will take a stab. Sam and TK have checked, Mahesh checked, and Gentry's going to take this opportunity to represent some sort of set, maybe.
Did you hit the 9?
It's gonna work.
And
Gentry.
he looks at the camera and smiles.
Yeah,
Or that
Gentry's been the most willing to put chips in, trying to get folds, it seems.
Just one is
I really will.
I believe Mark also did that earlier with
I had
a
one ace.
naked
How many nines,
ace to the flush that it hit.
That was a great example of playing position.
Pull the chips in.
Oh yeah, you playing right.
He decided that he was going to win the pot, bet the flop with nothing. The turn checked through, and then once it got checked to him again on the river, he was able to use that information to really play his position and take down the pot, and then smile and pose for the camera.
And it was a favorable river for that plan as well, right? Having the 9 pair on the river. I suppose if somebody made trip nines, that would be bad, but otherwise didn't change the board texture a ton.
Yeah, and trip nines, I mean, this is a group that is willing to play all sorts of hands, but trip nines is maybe the most unlikely set of trips that you'll see with running cards especially. So, given the fact that nobody else seemed to
Because I don't know how to count possible.
value their hands too highly,
There's like a C4 red.
not a bad spot to take. And as we saw, it worked and was effective.
I'm trying to play more disciplined.
Raise from Mark with an all-low hand. Check 9 tray, couple of hearts. Got a lot of mystery cards, so Amanda, you and I, along with Chad, will be guessing.
That's true, but we do see Dante flop a very good hand. He is top 2 with a backdoor low draw. And so I don't think he'll be folding to any bet on this flop. Or I would not fold to any bet on this flop.
Gent keeps the pressure up. He's going to get called in 4 spots and a 10 of hearts on the river.
Yeah, the turn 10 of hearts. So let's see if we've got any hearts.
Mahesh with queen high hearts.
The gent has ace high hearts, as we can see now.
Nuts.
I was like, it checked all the way to Gentry.
And the gent will just pot it. 555.
I'm curious to see if Mahesh decides to come along. He is often the player who will not believe these other players, and it can be ineffective to bluff Mahesh with the dry guy. Unfortunately, this time, Gentry has it, so I'm interested to see whether Mahesh is going to look him up here. He has the right customer. But Mahesh does find the fold. Good fold.
Nice fold.
So I want just double.
He will show the nuts there. So always curious, what is your philosophy, or maybe a better question is your philosophy on showing your cards without, when you don't have to, obviously? Is it different between Big O and when you play Hold'em?
I want to at least consider it.
I think that players show their hand more often in Big O and talk about their hand. You'll sit down at a Big O table, and after the hand, everyone will be talking about what they had. And I think that also has to do with the type of player who wants to play Big O. There's a lot of moving pieces, and we like to analyze things, and it's that nerdy part of us that can't help us sometimes. Or that we can't help sometimes to say, oh, well, you know, I was thinking about it this way, but it, just like in Hold'em, it's not the best strategy to let other people know what you had, what you are capable of, what you're not capable of. So it's a habit that I know that I should try to break.
Helps with the camaraderie, though, like we talked about. If you can show something here or there, have a laugh with your table mates. Obviously, if you're, I would say in Hold'em, if I'm showing, I'm trying to set up a story that I want to have later, not really just for the love of the game. Of course, if I make quads or a straight flush, I'm probably just going to show it anyway, because I don't think anybody's going to get a whole lot of info they can use later from that. Free bet from the gent. He's been aggressive of late. He's got a very playable hand, and it becomes more playable when he flops the nuts. Ace high spades for the gent.
And Mark's going to be in there probably with ace deuce with an 8.
Big bet from the gent. Goes 400, and Mark, he'll bow out.
Yeah, Mark does find the fold. He didn't have much of a high, and so I think that's a good fold most of the time, and that's what we were talking about earlier. If you're in a situation where you know it's going to be very expensive by the river and you're most likely to either be getting half or a quarter, it often just makes sense to get out, and that's what Mark did.
Yeah, I think there's definitely an art to that as you become a more experienced player, whether it's this game or any other variation of poker, is figuring out how to keep yourself out of as many tough future spots as you can with the decision you get to make now. The tough spots are always going to come up, but if you can minimize the frequency, it's a lot less stressful way to play. At the same time, you can overdo that and just become a nit, and it'll kill your win rate. So there is a careful balance, I would say.
That's true. And regarding the showing hands, this is on the same topic. You're going to be playing with a lot of the same people more than in Hold'em because the pool is smaller. And so there are some ways that you want to relate to other players that are different than in Hold'em, where you can sit down and play with a different set of people every time. And we've got the gent continuing to raise with strong hands. He's got ace deuce here and gets called by a bunch of different holdings. Here, Gentry fluffs the nut low draw. Let's see, what else do we have? Kenny has a low draw with an open-ended. No one with too much on the flop, and now Gentry's going to have top 2 with the nut low. And Mahesh and Sam both have the straight. Sam actually has the straight with the second nut low.
225.
What does the gent want to do here? He's been raising seemingly every opportunity. Facing a 225 bet from Mahesh.
Yeah, he's going to raise. And I'm interested to see what Sam does. She has the current nuts with the second nut low. She can't love the possibility of a club. And so I think given the pot bet and the raise, Sam will get away.
Yeah, raise to 985. Big raise from the gent. And KMR has exited stage left, so action on Sam.
I'm stumped on this one.
Yeah, this one's close. She says she's stumped. I would be stumped too.
I fold.
Yeah, she does find the fold like I thought she would. I probably would fold this hand as well.
Both players super deep as well. I would imagine stack sizing playing a big factor in that decision.
Absolutely. You just have so many cards that are going to put you in a difficult decision on the river, and the only card where you feel like you're scooping is going to be a deuce. So now the gent needs to hit a jack or an 8 to scoop, and Mahesh
Five of clubs.
5 of clubs, and this is why Sam decided to fold, because that is not the card she wanted to see. They did check it down.
Chop it up. Yeah, it's one of those folds by Sam where you kind of break your own arm, patting your own back after you make the fold. Save yourself at least 1K.
It was the board pair, but not the jack or the 8.
So the gent extending his lead. He's up 3.6K. It's a lot of good starting hands, but has made the most of it. Jay in chat says, let the Birdman fly. This stream has been fun. Thanks, Jay. Glad to have you with us. I'm Kyle Frisbee. She's Amanda Chang, here for a special Big O event with Greg Vail in the 9th seat. And check out Greg's Big O and PLO poker coaching and books at his website, doublesuitedpoker.com.
Greg.
Raise from Dante
You got
with
pocket
a
nines in your hand over
speculative
there.
holding, I would say, Amanda.
I would call that
Oh, I love it.
relatively speculative, yes. And Greg's gonna call with a pair of aces.
Deuce,
Teddy
deuce,
has a
five.
high hand. Yeah, not much for anyone here. If Dante decides to keep up the aggression, I don't think anyone has much to call him. Kenny says, "I believe him." I'm not so sure.
Wrong
you
time
should,
to believe him, but
I did not.
you know, Dante hasn't drug a pot in a while, so sometimes you just need to get those chips headed in your direction one time to
Greg,
open the
Gentry
floodgate.
and I used to play in a house game where at a certain point we were playing Hi-Lo and we threw in a joker that played like a Pai Gow rules. Played as an ace.
Ace, straights, or flushes. Now that's old poker. That's 1980s, 1990s poker. No,
We played, and then we would do multiple. We would do 4-card flops, and
Nope. No, thank you.
A lot of people won a lot of paper money.
yeah. That game no longer exists.
Entertainment.
Yeah, it was. Nobody was trying to win.
KMR's turn with
we
the
were all
aces.
just trying to keep giving it back and
One suit.
Oh, it's your turn.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll raise it up to 60. Get a call from TK,
that
the
was
gent, and
I wouldn't raise you.
Greg.
Yeah, you would. You
No,
have.
Greg is
Oh,
gonna
Greg
fold.
has bowed out, excuse me. And that's going to be top set for Kenny.
Bottom 2 for the gent with a low draw.
Kenny comes out for
I do
150,
want to get a patch before
just under
you leave.
pot.
I think I got one.
I'm gonna wear it. I'm doing a ladies live stream.
Oh, there you go.
Next month.
That'll take it down. Nice win there for Kenny.
Sure I have one. If not, I have a bunch of them.
Yeah. I just want to intimidate them because I'm not good at hold'em. So I just want to be like, I got a patch.
Speaking of Kenny, I have to mention he and I played on a very good softball team a while back, and he is a sneaky good softball player.
They asked me for entertainment
What
value.
position?
He was an outfielder, and I'd have to say he's in pretty good shape now. He is he's fast. So Kenny can really, he's got some wheels. And
What position did you play?
I played short
Okay. That's what I played in
and hit
second
home
grade.
runs.
Fine, no blood, no blood.
I would say I'm
You
kidding,
should
but actually that
probably
is what we did.
try to
Kenny
get-
got on and I drove him in.
I take it
Yeah.
too bad of a
No, it was a lot of fun back in the day.
Did you hear what I
Give
said
me money
about
somehow.
shortstop?
No.
It's what I played in second grade.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, or maybe fourth grade. Whenever I played softball. Yeah, that
And
was fourth
you were
grade.
short? You were the shortstop? Or what
Well,
position?
we rotated.
Oh, y'all did?
Yeah, so I played some shortstop, some pitcher.
Okay.
Queen 5 deuce, couple of clubs.
Gentry's got a lot of clubs in his hand.
Yeah, the gent just seemed to connect with everything.
And
now
now
it's set. That is not the queen of diamonds on the turn. That is a 9. Looks like the 9 of hearts.
Wrong tip.
Kenny's going to take a stab at it. I don't think it's going to work against Gentry's monster hand. Sam's going to come along too with her low draw.
9.
Oh, Gentry raised. Gentry. Okay, I thought he would.
I'm holding all 9s now. I'm not holding them ever again.
You weren't folding them before.
Sam will continue with her low draw. And get there.
But it's the club, so Gentry now has the nuts.
Pot.
And he immediately pots it. Looks like Sam's going to think this one over.
Want to see one card?
Yes.
The gent's going to show a card.
I believe that, but what's the pot bet? Okay, that was all I was waiting for. I have 2 threes.
Makes the call. They'll chop it up.
He wasn't
lying.
I just improved.
Did you have the ace of clubs?
4 clubs.
You're trapping and then hit a set.
4 clubs.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Pretty awesome.
That's awesome. I get 10 white.
The gent getting a little ribbing for how strong his hand is, or was.
10 white whenever you get a chance.
Said you're trapping and then hit a set on top
Never
of the...
bad.
You heard Sam saying that she made the call because she had 2 threes in her hand. So
Hey, Derek.
if blockers are real, then she should block some of the nut low draws.
You got a little minor safety. Like
Are
it's a nail.
blockers real though?
So it's
I think math is real, so
Math probably makes them real then.
don't quote me on that though.
No, definitely kidding. I think people can take the whole letting blockers drive too much of their decision making, but they certainly should be a consideration.
Absolutely. And in a close spot like that where you have the wheel and you're trying to figure out if you should call for half, having the second one is never a bad factor to take into consideration.
And that's a perfect example of when to let it sway your decision making, right? Where it's part of the puzzle, not the whole puzzle. King, queen, 5, couple of diamonds. It's going to be a pretty good flop for the gent again.
And now we see the sort of trouble with a hand like TK's, because he has the low wrap, but he's contending against a higher wrap from both Mahesh and the gent, as well as diamonds from both Sam and the gent. And so a lot of the cards that TK could hit to make his straight are actually not live outs. But really something for everyone here. And now Mahesh turns tripped kings.
Yeah, the gent also with trip kings and 9 of hearts on the river. Doesn't change a whole lot.
Jack 10.
Oh, it does change a whole lot. Yeah, TK.
Jack 10 is
Straight.
going to be the best hand for both the gent and TK if they can find this call. Now, Mahesh has ace king with pocket 10s, so he blocks both Jack 10 and any boats with the king. But the gent also has the king, so oh, TK is not going to be happy to see that he would have chopped this pot. But it's a good fold. It is a good fold most of the time.
Wow,
You're going to be running into a boat so often there.
Yeah, you would have
Yeah,
shoved
the
with
gent's
him.
going to scoop that, get himself over 5K, and it's just been a heater for that man.
Who is that? Nah, he's...
And maybe a good backup example of how and when to use blockers. Of course, pretty unlucky that time for Mahesh that he has pocket 10s and he's got 2 opponents with 10 jack specifically. But as Tom said in chat, perfect way of putting it, blockers are the icing but never the cake.
Exactly, yeah.
But then I was
I
like,
did say at the beginning of the stream, while Mahesh was our big winner, let's see if he can win all the money on the table. Well, it looks like the gent is the one who's winning most of the money on the table at this point.
He has just been very methodical about it. I know you're more familiar with his game than I would be, but seems like a strong
I would
player.
really wanted someone to have pocket 9s there. That would have been I obviously had a 9 in my hand though.
Sam's holding all non-9 hands.
I know this.
Ace, ace, king, 2 deuce. Ah, fuck that.
Mark put in a raise with Ace, ace, king, king, 7, double suited. Another example of a stronger high hand that you can play. And the gent made the call with 3 deuces in his hand, which is always a funny hand to get in Big O because you see the 3 deuces and wonder what can everyone else have. Sam has the other 2 aces, by the way.
Dante does have trip 5.
And Sam has a 5 as well. Sam has Jack 5. So Sam just flops the boat. It's always funny when you have pocket aces but hit your danglers. And let's see if the gent continues to put on the pressure or gives up. He's gonna see the overcard to the jack and try to bet it. Try to bet Sam off of her boat.
Yeah, and how comfortable is Sam really in this spot? She doesn't have a great boat, really, right? I mean, she does check over, probably check call.
I can't win.
Jack 5.
Way good.
Dent's going to give up. Show all his deuces.
I can't.
Sir. Yeah, Big O.
That's gonna be a nice pot for Sam.
I mean, I'm just.
She's
You're
gonna
on the
split
list.
a $900 pot there. So, way to hang on.
Yeah, no. I know he won't.
Jay in chat with a nice quote. Sometimes you need running backs instead of blockers. That's a great analogy. If running backs are the nuts, then I like that analogy. Would rather have Saquon running it than the best line.
So don't get out of line.
Maybe not.
I'm feeling like a hero.
I decided that you were going to call River too.
Way to try to double them props.
That's all I'm doing.
It's a very, very good.
Hey,
It's,
Yale has a football team, right?
I've done it.
Yale has a football team.
Yeah.
But
That's
I'm
what I
gonna do
thought.
it.
but I won that quarter.
Now, do they run in the right direction?
Well,
Sometimes.
they should at least know which direction to go, right? They just may not go fast.
That's true. That's true.
But the knowledge of where to go is there. It's just the execution.
They are the best knowers in all
They're
of
the best
football.
knowers, yeah. All their reads are
say pot
perfect.
line.
It's just
Ruh-roh. No. Oh, no.
if only SAT scores made you faster, right?
If only.
For those that don't know,
Alright.
which I assume
Alright,
is
Jesse.
most all of you,
You're good.
Amanda is a Yale grad, so
About 1.5 million years ago.
Still checking blind.
Let's see if I get any of that. Check.
well, that just makes me feel even older because I'm almost 10 years older than you. But checks through almost to Mark, and he's going to bet 200.
Can't get over Shape's Kenny.
Got a couple of aces in club draw,
Someone wrote that in the comments.
What?
Who shaped Kenny?
as well as a low draw.
I think it was, the gray hair looks like I've got like
Yeah, like it
middle
looked like it's
shade
like
down.
not even from the camera.
Oh, it's probably terrible.
It doesn't really look bad in person, but it looks different.
You're like, it looks awful on
No,
the
it
screen.
just looks.
Oh, that escalated quickly.
All right, it looks like Mark bet the pot with pocket aces, a gut shot, and the nut flush draw, and Mahesh raised with a club draw and a no good gut shot and 1 pair. So I don't imagine Mark getting away from this hand. Kenny's on tilt because the low didn't come in.
Don't give me the cards I was desperately looking for.
Good luck, Mark.
This would be a gross beat for Mark if he ends up losing it. There's the flush.
I got you.
Mark has nut,
Wheel,
so
flush.
he's
Wow.
gonna scoop the pot.
Nut. That's just not.
What a pot from Mark. 32, biggest pot of the night, almost 3,300.
He's waited
Like these
patiently.
T-shirts with just a horseshoe on it.
Tough spot there for Mahesh. That raise by Mahesh, that's going to look like a set a lot of the time, right?
I folded 5-6.
I guess he was trying to represent
I
queens.
think that was
I would've
probably,
lost,
probably,
but
a, probably a good
Yeah.
fold.
I'm just going. I was waiting for his.
It will look like a set, but this is back to what we were talking about earlier
Killed
with
that.
Pocket
Killed that
Kings.
fold.
Even if you try to represent a hand like a set, there are a lot of hands that will have a lot of equity against that hand. So even if
Color up.
Mahesh did have a set, I think Mark
know who wants the
would
red
still
chips.
have been in there and still
Oh,
have
yeah.
been in
So the
the
on-table color up.
I don't think Mark is ever holding that hand. Dustin says that Mahesh had 2 pair. Okay.
It's coming. Slows the fucking.
Yeah. You're like, I don't want to get them off.
If you're raking, you gotta do it.
So he was ahead with bottom 2 pair, although we've seen what can happen with bottom 2 pair in a game like Big O, where, you know, everyone is likely to at least have a pair of aces, a flush draw, a gutter, a backdoor low. There are a lot of unfortunate things that can happen. Or you could get brick and one of your cards pairs and you end up scooping a huge pot. So that is something that I didn't notice, and thanks for pointing it out. That makes the raise make sense a little bit, and it was more of a fair fight on the flop than I had realized.
Yeah, bottom 2 pairs, even in Hold'em, is kind of one of those hands where you're glad to have it, but you're not, you know, you kind of have a bumpy road ahead of you to get to a showdown with a winner.
I feel like you're getting quartered here.
That's a terrible way to look at it.
Raise from KMR gets called in 4 spots, 5 ways to a king 6 flop.
And
That's gonna
both TK and Dante are gonna like this flop.
Dante, you
And they both have ace, king, queen. Dante is in slightly better shape with the
Just put those chips in there.
nut low draw and the nut low backdoor draw and more danglers that he can hit. But they're gonna get all the money in the middle right now, and we'll see what the run out brings.
Dante looking for an 8 or a deuce.
Battle of the danglers, or we got?
And
Rest of it
now
goes in.
and it's 3, so they'll chop it up. Nobody has spades.
Ace king? Chop it up.
Chop it up, Taylor.
I like it. Dodging danglers is what this felt like.
Dang it.
I was wondering if there was gonna be spades accidentally.
I
like,
was
that was just so dirty.
Serious one.
Just a 5-9 of spades.
Or like a 6 or something, like a straight.
Sometimes you have to say the poker catchphrases whenever a situation happens. This is a chop pot, so you have to say chop it up, dealer. Or if you end up chopping a pot and Hold'em, you need to look at your opponent and say, you play that trash?
Oh yeah. You know, the one that I've really gotten
Set up a
into,
live stream at Mark.
I haven't done it yet,
That
but I
sounds like
plan
a-
to, is
Really
when you
bad
get into a
idea.
big
Horrendously
all-in situation on
bad
the
idea.
river
Sounds like
and
it's
you
like
go to showdown and your opponent
pornographic.
shows first and you see that you tied them,
I've-
No porn.
to slow roll the chop.
The last
Yeah.
I love that
game I
move
went
because
to
nobody can be
of
upset,
Mark's, I remember
but
the
you get
things I
to
saw.
mess with your opponent a little bit.
The
You
vases,
can always
the
find
vases.
reasons to get upset.
That's true. Maybe you still want to be a little selective over whoever you do that with, but raise for Mark. He's got a suited ace with ace deuce.
Give me those damn reds.
TK will come along also with ace deuce and a suited ace.
He does. Thousand and 10 behind.
Oh, I knew
You
it.
didn't have anything yet.
Four
Jen
ways
is
to a flop.
in with ace 3 into suit, and Mahesh wants to see those middling cards.
6-7 queen.
Play later tonight.
I think Mark will continue the aggression here with top pair and the nut low draw. TK also has an uncounterfeitable low draw with a pair, so he's gonna He's gonna play.
Ruh-roh.
The gent will bow out and 1180, or excuse me, 1080 to the turn. 5 of diamonds. Nobody with the backdoor diamond draw.
You check my hand. Oh, it's crappy World Series. Yeah.
We've got James in chat saying he has to start playing the Big O at TCH. Yeah, come on by. We'd love to have you.
Every time I'm in a blender, but there's no more action.
Hey there, James. Just
That's what I
James
did
Jones in chat. He also goes by Just James. Plays
only
our
calling you on this
5-5
idea
stream,
later.
no limit hold'em
In reverse.
frequently.
Now that she's aware of
Tell me what mine
I
is.
believe he put together a nice win last time I called it.
Okay, I think I've played with James before in bomb pots.
Yeah, I believe he does. Yeah,
You're
dabble in the bomb pots.
Am I losing?
Probably a little more than that, than dabble, but. So a bet by Mark and an all-in from TK.
I'm losing.
Both with the low. Mark with the better high.
Last call for AMO, HUF, JNE, and KNN, table 17.
The Hesh mulls us over and he's out of the way, so
What does TK want to? Yeah, deuce 3, 4, 7. Unfortunately, he can't find one. Mark's gonna have top 2 pair and the nut low.
another big scoop for Mark.
No, Mark's gonna get 3/4. So TK is
Oh, we
gonna
do have
get
the
a
low.
quarter of his.
Pardon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark has not seen many hands, but the ones that he has played have turned out quite well for him.
Yeah, and that's goes in line with the strategy that I learned from Greg last time we shared the booth. Just talking about kind of the overall strategy with Big O at a very high level, and just kind of trying to find those spots, just like you talked about with Mark. If you can scoop or 3/4 some of these bigger pots, you really don't have to win all that many hands through your session. You see Mark, he's won, 3 or 4 memorable pots, and he's up almost 2K.
Absolutely. In a split pot game, you want to be in a situation where you're risking a little to win a lot, not the other way around. And you'll see beginner players make that mistake sometimes where they are risking a lot to win a little, which is never going to be very successful over time. So now Mark is the second biggest winner behind the Gent. We've also got Sam locking up a nice win and Mahesh with a little bit. Greg and Penny and PK are down a little, and Dante has just not been running well. So he's throwing the party right now, even after a couple wins more recently. He chopped that pot with KD on the last hand, so that was not too painful for anybody. And everybody loves a chopped pot.
Everybody.
He likes the different flavors.
Also seems like in Big O, I think it's really, especially if you think you're in an advantaged player, but to be very as deep as you can be, so when those spots do come up, that you have kind of a free roll.
Absolutely.
You can maximize the opportunity. Playing short stack seems counter.
Although you're playing a lot differently.
I've been plugging Greg's books, Penny. The scoop books are the best resource around for Big O knowledge. Definitely worth it, and you can buy them on his website.
I will. I don't have to drive.
Yeah, perfect timing, James. And Amanda, use the QR code on your screen. Go to doublesuitedpoker.com for poker coaching from Mr. Greg Vail. Pick up one of his many books on the subject. Ace 10-5 rainbow is checked around.
It is not checked around.
I stand corrected.
TK has bet the pot, I believe, with his inside wrap. I see a bunch of chips in there.
Oh, we do. Yeah, graphics more than a bit behind. So bet 430 from TK. Mahesh is called.
And now Greg, with the nut low draw, just makes the fold. Because he doesn't have much in terms of the high. And
it's a good example where you wouldn't want to put a lot in to win a little.
Exactly. He cannot scoop this pot very easily. Yeah, Dustin says the beauty of the game is playing deep.
Mahesh will take down a nice spot, winning the high and the low.
82 low.
Yeah, Mahesh's pocket eights are going to win the high, and KD did not have a low. So given the fact that his draw bricked the made hand of a pair of eights, ended up taking it down, which is something that you see rarely, but you do see it sometimes. I once saw a four-way all-in hand. All of the players had these low draw wraps, flush draw wraps, and it came brick, and the winner was a pair of fives.
Wow. Kind of reminds me of when somebody will get half the pot in a bomb pot when they're not playing a board and they have, you know, a straggler pair of fives or maybe even ace high.
Yeah, but back to playing deep. I mean, if you're going to be in situations where you're trying to win by getting 3/4 of the pot, you definitely want to play deeper stack. And that way, if you're getting 3/4 of the pot, it's going to be a sizable amount that you're winning and not just a small amount compared to what you might want to win.
The gent's going to raise up suited ace, king 9-6.
You just need a,
We spent Saturday night piano bar.
Like TK has now ripped in his remaining 150. Does Jesse get the count?
I haven't been, but I hear it's awesome. Hello, Harry.
Just open a casino in there.
That's all they're missing.
I mean, that would be.
Mahesh out of there.
I mean, for a kid.
And now TK is going to be in a better spot than he even realizes because his use 4-5 low is a better low draw than the gent's ace-6. The gent has
flush for TK.
Yeah, flush for TK with a low. So TK is going to end up scooping this spot and get his stack back in the direction that he wants it to be.
Pretty fortunate scoop there with the top set of aces from the gent, but unable
he was
to
able
vote up.
to fade the board pair.
Bomb pot.
If I call, then you raise.
According to our
exactly enough to raise.
highly skilled dealer.
10 to 80, $70. 80 to 150, $70. Exactly right for raise. That's why I sold it. That's the only reason I sold it.
Onto bomb pot.
Against you, I would have. Not
Ultimate high, ultimate low.
One of those white boy names. I just think he's going to be really proud of me for making 9. On the interview there, like, so,
See the gent, Mark and Sam, all up over 1K.
Not be a shit big O player.
Yeah.
Don't play 9 hand.
It's probably not really 9 in your hand.
She's a celebrity. She's giving interviews before live stream.
2 9s is okay, but 1 9 is reckless.
Write that down.
I mean, Greg had 2 9s in his hand, so you know it's loud.
Thanks, James. We're glad you appreciate the commentary and the stream.
I mean,
Yeah, James can put the face to the voice and name now because he remembers all the times he stacked me in the bomb pot game.
James is a tough player.
Definitely a tough player.
Thanks for the comment, James.
Where are we at? Check.
Oh, I see.
Flops checking through until TK puts in 120.
TK is betting with a low and the flopped straight to the 9. Luckily for him, Penny has 2
Oh,
of
that's
10. So I don't see anybody with
Oh my
9
God,
10
we're
right
right
now.
Yeah.
Actually, the gent with the other
Why?
2 10s, so we're not going to see a 10.
Why must I be shown?
Look at Kenny. Kenny looks
Hideous.
But the gent now has the nut low draw, and so in most likelihood, this is going to be a chop on the river. I think the straight to the 9 is still good here, but
Max value there. I wonder I couldn't hit a
the
10.
gent is gonna
I just want to show a real hand.
to call. The gent says he wants to show a real hand. No, Gentry, you've had a lot of real hands.
I was like, I followed the other 4. I was like, I'm only fighting for half the pot and I may not get it. Depends on who hits the full house. Katie would have hit it right away.
An hour of stream. We'll probably play till 4 a.m.
I don't know. I mean,
Depends if we got the list. Depends who leaves and where we get.
I agree.
I'm not
The answer is yes.
Okay.
I
I'd
told
already
my
planned
mom
that. I
I was
didn't
doing
say it out loud.
commentary, and she said you can shout out it's your parents' 37th wedding anniversary.
Shout out Nanda's parents.
I think we only hear the comments.
37 years. Wow.
One way to find.
Impressive.
I hope.
Did you know that before she told you?
They told me a couple weeks ago, and I promptly forgot it.
I have thought about that. My parents' anniversary is shortly after my sister's birthday,
Now
and
the snowball.
I
Yep.
still somehow always seem to forget it.
What are you accomplishing?
But in theory, should be almost more important than your own birthday, right? Because if it didn't happen, then you wouldn't have happened. Is that a reasonable theory?
We're getting deep here at Big O Night.
That's right. It's a complex game for complex analysis. 7, 7, 10, couple of hearts.
Nobody with a 7.
King high heart draw for the Kent, or the
No.
gent.
Dante has a straight to the jack. Yeah, a couple hearts for the gent. KMR has the low draw.
Me and Dante.
Dante comes out and bets 50. His straight. It's a call from KMR. Excuse me, maybe not a call. It's like KMR actually maybe raised and took that down. The action happened kind of quick, but as it
I think
stands.
there was another 7 on the river,
Oh, okay.
and KMR imagined that would not be a good card for Dante and managed to creatively win the pot with a big bet on the river.
Nice hand for Kenny.
Nice hand, and he knows if he gets raised there, he
Can't believe my mom
has to fold.
texted me. I needed it.
Oh,
but-
really good situational awareness from Penny.
She texted me and said, "What is up?" And I called her and she goes, "Sam." And I was like,
What'd you do?
I was giving you dirty looks. And my mom was like, "Stop." And I was like, "You're right. I'm just tired.
Don't be
And I
mean
don't
to
like
me.
to lose."
Yeah, don't be mean to me.
Even to angels like you.
Nicest thing anyone's ever said about me. Definitely in this crowd.
Great.
Bunch of limpage and then a raise from Sam. She's got at least a couple of aces and a jack. Looks like Dante, TK, and Mahesh want to come along.
No nines. Mark.
4-4-6, trip fours for TK.
And Sam might continue betting. to see where she stands with the rest of the field, but
Big fucking screen.
she is going to check. And given the check through on the flop, she's going to put out a small bet here to set a price, knowing she can only really get called by a 4. And it got the 4.
Yeah, insta raise from TK. Seems like Sam can probably just get away for here.
You know what? I think I'm beat.
I didn't know I
She says,
had a
I think
four
I'm
to
beat.
queen.
Oh, you have the queen and the 4. Yeah, I would be trying to.
But I wouldn't have bet the 4 anyway, naked.
Oh, really?
Maybe you need a hand stronger than
Yeah,
TK
I
there
would need a card to bail me
to
out.
do this, but is there any logic to just flatting there, planning to bomb the river to try to get someone off of a chop?
Double suited aces.
That is
If the
a
low would come
plan,
in.
but
Free hand, something.
with a low draw, you might just want to make a low draw pay. Sam raised pre-flop, so she's likely to have a hand like
Every time we
ace
play
deuce
high
3,
on the
maybe
flop,
with
I
a
get
5
beautiful ace
that has some sort of wrap or flush draw, and he can definitely get money in from a hand that might be drawing dead on the high.
That's literally ace deuce.
I think that was his plan, but you know, if you think that your opponent is going to be really aggressive, it is hard to know sometimes with 4s full of queens. Any sort of ace or king high card. I mean, 4s full of queens is pretty strong. All right, yeah, it's a plan.
Raise to 25, a bunch of calls, 6 ways to a jack high flop, rainbow. Tens and jacks for Dante. Greg's gonna bet with a wrap. And backdoor hearts.
Yeah, Dustin says it's easy for KD to lose to something like ace deuce 3, king king. That's what I was thinking. At the very least, you're denying the other player their equity for whatever low draw or overpair they might have.
6 of hearts on the turn gives Greg backdoor hearts.
But it does give Kenny the nuts straight. So let's see how Greg and Kenny decide to proceed. Yeah, Greg knows that oftentimes there's going to be a player here. Oh, it's a 6, not a queen. Okay.
Deuce of diamonds doesn't change much.
Yeah, no one has 3-5. It does bring the low in for Greg and Kenny. And Greg's going to bet the pot here, hoping to get called by a naked ace 3 hand, which is what Kenny has. So let's see if Kenny is going to make this call. The other question is, if Kenny makes the call, will he get the fold from Dante, or is Dante going to get stubborn with a hand like Jack 10?
What's in the
No.
That's fine.
You let him play.
Oh, Kenny stuffed it.
Get on there as.
I don't have a seat, that's why.
Oh, maybe the graphic was wrong. I thought I saw an all-in. Looks like he's still deciding. Sorry for the head fake, folks.
I've tried to have somebody.
He does make the call.
And Dante folds. So good bet by Greg. His bet did exactly what he wanted it to do, which was get the call from the ace 3 and get the fold from the jack 10. He could easily have ace 3-5 there, and so Greg's going to end up winning 3/4 of the pot. Which this is the sort of thing that Greg does better than anyone, is situational awareness and knowing what best to put in order to get the optimal result.
Great analysis there, Amanda. I feel like I just learned something on that very hand.
If I don't have the 10,
I think for me, it's one of those you know it when you see it type situations. As soon as Greg put out the bet, it was clear to me what his intent was. But if I had been in Greg's seat, I don't think I'm good enough to have found that bet myself.
Your face is on the screen.
being too humble. We all know, chat knows, you would have made the same play.
Oh, always, always.
That's
Nice
cool.
play
They
by
give you a
Greg.
QR code and everything.
And that gets him back into green after somewhat of a big cooler earlier.
Direct deposit.
He had a mag, he took one out.
James in chat saying can hear the players a bit better, it sounds like. That's great to know. We do have the mics, which are somewhat new, but we do try to balance out the audio between the table and those of us here in the booth. So glad to know you can hear the players. Possibly some changes coming in the future that would even improve on that further, but more to come. King 9-6, couple of diamonds, nut flush draw for Dante.
And a set for TK. He will not be folding. Greg is going to put in this bet with bottom 2. Drawing very slim on the high. And let's see, Mahesh has the second nut flush draw with a backdoor low.
Jack of hearts on the turn.
It'll be interesting to see if Mahesh tries to represent the queen 10 like he did before. But Dante's going to do it first.
TK is all in this set of 9s. Actually has 2 sets. Has a double quad draw. Oops. Is that a thing?
Oops.
Funny.
And Mahesh appears to have come over the top of TK's all in. Pardon, just a call.
And it'll be 25 more for Dante, so he won't be folding. KD is in a great spot to actually scoop this pot. He needs to fade a diamond and a 10. Board pairs.
9's full for TK, and he's going to win a nice pot, 1,500.
Woo, baby! 6s and 9. You're
9's full, there it is.
And that is a heck of a comeback. If I recall, he was down to his last $140 not all that long ago. Managed to scoop a pot, got up over 300, then a couple of
And Katie
chops.
continues to have pocket 9s be his favorite hand in Big O.
Yeah, pocket 9s have been the story of the night, ironically.
We should have gone out there and told them about the pocket 9s.
That's a great idea for at least
You're always
next
gonna
stream, Big O stream.
Give someone
Have a
benefit of the doubt of having 9s.
pocket
It's
9s
like
bounty.
the 7 deuce game.
I guess I could have made a weird funky.
Are there any side games commonly played with Big O?
Whoops.
Mostly props.
That's what Dante said.
So
Dante
you'll
said
see props for made hands in your hand. So a straight or better in your hand will get a certain amount. Or I think here they do trips or better. But I think Sam just had the same idea that we had in the booth. The pocket 9s game, like the 7 deuce game. They said it out there.
Oh, no. Are we playing tomorrow out there? Okay, good. I'm tired.
Five ways to a flop. Ace 10 deuce, couple of spades. Nut spade, nope. Second nut spades for Sam.
You would,
With top 2 pair.
You would fit in with the game. You know Bird, right?
I think Sam will come along here.
It's all 4-card, dealer's choice, PLO, or Hi-Lo. $300 max bet, though. So
6 of diamonds on the turn.
that's a weird pots are 25. It's an okay game. It's a long drive.
Once again, we see Mahesh using his 3-4s as blockers who try to put a lot of pressure on any other hand that might want to call him. He also has a 9 for a gut shot.
85? 95?
Unfortunately, he's playing with a bunch of optimistic players. Gentry is not really one to fold an inside wrap. He might get Sam out. But as far as the high hand right now,
they've got
Bird.
battery
How many
banks. at the-
chargers here or battery packs?
Sam does call.
Sam
Actually,
does
everyone
call.
calls.
Lateral.
He's got his driver's license.
With
All
555
right,
to
good
the
call.
river.
And Gentry
Alright.
gets there on the river.
I can give you some drugs. I'll give you a gummy.
Mahesh is going to go full pot nearly.
And let's see if Katie can find this call. Because if he does, then 5-4 is going to be the best low. If Katie folds, then Mahesh is going to win the low with 74. But Mahesh has been telling a believable story with the fours, and so
Bluff.
Katie lets it go.
King Jack.
Brown. And 83.
Yeah.
74.
Yeah, we'll chop it up.
Oh, I was like, I could have sworn
And
my
a
head.
tap.
I
You
could have
rascal.
sworn my head.
Assuming
43.
Jeanette a little surprised to see Mahesh's card.
3 fours.
Oh, shit!
2 more callers.
3 fours, but not 3 fours.
Don't try that at home, kids.
Looks like that got Mahesh's blood pumping. And
I think that was Kenny who said, "Don't try that at
yeah.
home."
Those second, those folding.
Oh, it was either Kenny or
Not me. I
Greg.
had no low.
I have a case for it.
The reach pedal was 1 time.
I had 2 kings.
Sustained.
It's only 500. That Camlo problems.
Not wrong.
I take issue with your use of the word problem.
Yeah. Define problem. A little bit, didn't you?
Ruh-roh.
I ran him out.
Raise from KMR and a 3-bet Mark.
Mark's excited that he finally got an ace deuce hand
This is some bullshit.
and a 4-bet from Mahesh.
Fury.
All right, we've got a pot.
4 great hands.
Yeah, Kenny has the type of hand where you just know right away whether you're gonna stay in or out. That is not a good candidate to continue for Kenny. Let's see, Mahesh has 2 pair and an ace-4 low draw, so he's in good shape to quarter Mark if Mark decides to continue here.
$225 for Mahesh. Gets a call from the gent. Kenny and Mark bowing out. Three on the turn.
And Mark does know how lucky he was because he had two 4s in his hand, if I remember correctly. And so Mahesh now has the nut low and 2 pair. So he's going to be free rolling Gentry to this river, who I believe will continue with the nut flush draw. I don't believe that Gentry's usually one to be folding the nut flush draw. But he does.
Well,
Good
lets it go.
fold. Good fold.
Nice spot for Mahesh. He'll profit about 500. And that will actually be the majority of his 855 in profit.
No flush draw with no low.
Mahesh winning alongside TK, Sam, Mark, and the gent.
It's happened before.
Dominating tonight up 3K.
And Kyle, that's one of those situations where you see a lot of new players who might look at that board as in hold'em. Oh, I have the nut flush draw, so I'm getting good odds to call. There's however much in the pot, and the bet was not that big, so I'm getting good odds. But you have to remember, you're drawing dead on the low, and so you're calling a full pot bet in order to win half the pot. And so it was a really good fold from Gentry there because he knows that on the low he's just drawing dead.
Not this time.
Why risk a lot to win a little?
Oh, this is the hand I wanted.
The viewers don't even know what I have yet. Now they probably do.
It's a great point. I think with my unstudied Big O brain, I probably would have thought I had to call with a nut flush draw there. KMR, top set.
And TK with the nut flush draw. And what does Greg have? Greg has queens
Top
and
vote
sixes.
for
But
KMR.
top vote for Kenny. So let's see if Greg gets in any trouble here. I think he'll find some creative line to figure out where he stands. Yeah, TK actually decides to take a stab. And Kenny's gonna trap.
5 of clubs on the river.
Now if Kenny tries to trap again, unfortunately Katie is not the one. Oh, Katie also does have a boat.
150 from Kenny.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, they've all got a boat here. Sorry, I misread. And KD is gonna show restraint and just call with his sixes full of kings, which is a really good just call. I think Greg is going to think about this for a second and let it go. He has rivered sixes full of fives. Yep, there we go. Good fold, Greg. I knew he was gonna find the fold there.
No, I don't worry. Are you in the money yet?
Oh my God, you were 16.
That's awesome. I would have totally been there. For
And
this
as Kenny's stack ebbs and flows, he's now back up to right about starting.
Did you call?
No. No. There's no cards left from him. He'd have to have queen's four exactly.
Oh, did he have the six or the?
He had king six.
Oh,
I had king's four.
Did you like the sort of trappish slow play by KMR there on the turn?
In a lot of ways, I could have gotten fucked up on that. There's a lot of lines.
The trappish slow play. I
just flatting the turn bet by 2K with King's
Wow, I
four.
got lit off.
No,
I got lit off.
it's a tough situation because when you have King's full there, you really do want to keep the players in, and there's no way he could know that the other two players had such strong hands. I do think there was a line where he could have gotten more value, as Dustin said. I'm not particularly good at finding those lines, so I'm not sure what it would have been. And Dustin pointed out that Greg had 6 queen, which I think you're right. I did misread a couple of those hands. So everybody, that was the money card on the turn for Penny.
They do have a satellite.
But
going on
by
right
bet
now.
calling the
Something
turn
to
and then
get a
leading the
$600
river for
piece to
small,
me in 2 weeks.
he did
Maybe.
If
win
I
the
book
minimum.
a
Max
win
late
here,
reg. Max late reg.
not in Big O. I would not max late reg.
Yeah.
There's too much opportunity in the early levels.
Very true, and usually a very soft field.
Yeah.
Although we seem to see the same faces.
I think I kind of recruited some players from San Antonio.
All right,
that are
so
gonna
we've
come
got
down
a
and play
flop
the
of
tournament.
5-4-4 with a couple of hearts.
No, exactly.
Katie has flop 4s full of 5s, and so he's gonna go ahead and bet his hand again with the low draw available. So like Dustin said, you can see here the effectiveness of betting a made high hand
But it just the series has started. But if anybody
and getting players to put in money with a low
play
draw,
points,
drawing
first place and
almost
play
dead
points
for the
gets
high.
10K.
Mark can still hit a 7
Straight up.
for a bigger boat.
So if the Big O tournament was a little later
And
in the series,
now the bigger
you
boat
definitely
is
get a
made
lot of
by
players
Katie,
not-
who's gonna put the rest of the chips in the middle,
Yeah.
and really put Mark to the test with his nut flush and nut low draw.
It's so easy to tear through it and get more spots way out.
$400 field. So
Mixed game events. Sometimes
It's
you
always
make the final
fun when
table
you
and
flop
then
a boat and then
you gotta get up
turn
high.
the nut boat.
oh yeah.
Hey,
But
Tough
Mark's,
to have that hand.
yeah, Mark's gonna.
Is that a 9?
Is that good? I'll take
Mark's
wins
gonna
aren't
wisely
valid
get
if you
away
hand a
there,
9
and
to a 9.
Katie's gonna show everyone.
Oh no.
I had it,
He
and
was
then
using
I
his 5 and his 4
had it
together.
better.
Did you call it?
That's what it was.
Okay.
Good
It
point.
closed at 10, right?
Good
So that's 14. All right. Okay. I got you.
Monster.
All right. Bye.
I feel like we're at Mark's house. Mine.
No, I'm here.
You can. You took your post down.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. I wasn't even.
I ain't worried about it.
Pretty good starting hand for Dante. Suited ace with the deuce. Couple of queens.
Thank you. I didn't even want to spend 5 more. Props.
Raise from the gent.
Mr. Luciano. I'll tell you about it offline. It ended well.
They'll get called by Dante and Mahesh
Oh,
to
this
a
is the
flop.
hand you were talking about.
7-10 3 rainbow.
Full over and underboat.
Am
Oh,
I
you
in?
had 9-6.
Best of luck, sir. Yeah, you're like, what? Yeah. All right, good luck.
Mahesh and the gent pairing their 10, but a couple of queens. Still good for Dante.
Yeah, the gent actually has 10-3, so he's got top and bottom pair here with a low draw. And Dante has the nut low draw. Now another spade comes off, so the gent has 2 pair with nut spades. Nut spade draw, rather. And he's going to go ahead and bet with the best hand. No, Mahesh has kings and 10s now.
Oh, yeah, my favorite by far.
Raise incoming from Mahesh. Makes it 1,200.
Mahesh with the artillery shell. I gotta call this one. Yeah. Hope it works out.
The gent announces, gotta call this one.
And Dante might feel like his spades are live with the low draw. So this is going to be a tricky situation for him. It would be a very disciplined fold if he's able to make it. But he does go all in with the second spade draw, gut shot, and the low draw.
Drop the artillery shell on the turn. Full string go.
So we're going to have a big pot here.
Hey, I mean, that's a very drawable board.
With these 3, I don't even.
Damn, y'all.
Big river incoming.
Dante thinks he wants a spade, but what he actually wants is a jack on the river, or any low card besides ace or a deuce.
You would expect an ace, deuce, and spades. Or
Actually, he'll still have the best low with an ace or a deuce.
Trying to see how much it is. You trying to go all in? No.
Dante looking for low cards. Mahesh trying to hang on with kings and 10s. The gent looking for a spade. 4 would also be good.
Or an ace.
250 back.
I'll let you get mine right.
Oh, shit. He's like, my hand's fucking terrible. What? Terrible actor.
I'm ready to go.
10s on the river.
I like it. That's pretty good. Huh? Pretty fucking good hand. Yeah. Let me see. I didn't see the 5th.
Jesse doing some accounting, and then we'll see this river card.
I know, but you know what he wants.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Big river over 4,500 in the middle.
Pick me dealer. Spade. Still active.
Still got 250 on the
Wow, purple chips.
Well done, sir.
5 of clubs.
So that's going to be the nut low for Dante and top 2 for Mahesh.
Great job, sir.
Ace deuce.
And queen.
But the gent is going to win the side pot low.
Somebody had a very speculative tasting.
It's a rebate on the side pot.
He does get a rebate on the side.
Where's the 9?
I was looking for the 9.
Yeah, 9 is
Nice win there for Mahesh and Dante. Dante's been kind of toiling with second best, so
Yeah,
nice to
good
see
to
some
see.
chips go his way.
Oh, yeah.
With 2 pair. 2 spades, that's what I wanted right there.
I was like, you wanted the deuce. Yeah.
Dante, red jack's your own basis.
Yeah, queen also would have worked for Dante.
Still,
But I'm sure he'll take
I mean,
half of this pot.
I mean, yeah.
They get to
strong
chalk
chance
up
there that your spades are
Gentry's
not-
money,
Five.
avoiding the spade.
Everybody's good.
Mahesh sneaking through the cracks again.
That's going to level out the leaderboard a bit. The gent really had been
I hope they count how many times I play 9s. And just
untouched
do
in terms of
yeah.
losing any big pots. Now he's up 1,400, and Mahesh takes over the profit lead. He's up 1,600.
Something out.
I lose $8,000.
Dante gets a little more out of the cellar there.
Yeah, much friendlier graphics than we had last time. A couple graphics ago, we had Gentry up all the money on the table and everybody else losing. It evened out a bit, which you'll see in Big O a lot because you play so many big pots and so many runouts can change things in different ways. I mean, I guess that's just poker, but
Yes, thank you.
it's good to see nobody wounded too harshly.
I'm taking a month off. Except for the tournaments coming up.
Yeah.
And Greg's gonna raise now with aces and a
That's
low.
not like poker. Let's turn it.
I actually forgot what I had.
Greg usually will find a raise with aces and some sort of low, which is something that
He's got 5 on it.
he's
already.
earned over time by knowing the best way to proceed in trivial spots. Now, flopping top set of aces, not a trivial spot, and let's see how he can try to extract value from the other hands.
Full pot.
Brick everything? You're like, of course I learned it.
Dante out of there.
My deck.
Okay. What I thought you said is, do you know that guy? Which is not at all what you said, but that's
No, that's not at all what I
Pretty
said.
easy
what I
folds
responded
from
to.
the other players.
I was like,
Right, Amanda?
Yeah, nobody had too much of anything. We saw Mahesh take a moment, maybe trying to see if there was a creative way to take the pot away, but Greg just has too much there a lot of the time, and so he wisely decided to give it up.
That's all I played in Vegas.
Good area of opportunity.
Big bet, dealer's choice. Yeah.
Mostly at
Resorts
World, yeah.
But you gotta do the cash games at the WSOP.
Yeah,
It's not too terribly expensive. Got
Big old
everything
players
you
are
need.
usually pretty
I
awesome.
still couldn't carve out my losses. Though.
So not highly trafficked either.
It's great. Conrad's beautiful. They're like full apartments.
There's nobody in
Yeah,
there.
I've stayed at one of them.
I stayed at
in a, I think I did too in a comp room.
When he counted how much people were in.
Oh my god, Mark, what, 9:30? What's the time? 9:30?
Yeah, a little after 9:30.
Less than half an hour to show our mugs on screen.
Race is 20 by the gent. He'll be called by Dante.
Whatever you want to do.
You're all sticking around.
Ace Jack 9 Rainbow. Top 2 for the gent.
We got a list.
Yeah, there will be backup
Just
for
a
the.
pair of 9s for Dante.
Where are the pocket 9s?
I'm only on 4 hours of sleep. That's funny.
Oh, I know. We needed him this hand. Dante was just missing his other 9. Gent will take down a small one.
I put it last night or today, this morning.
We played till 3 last night.
I booked my first win on my San Antonio trip last night. Every other day was a loss.
I
Mark said
They
played till
7
You left before we left.
before y'all
I
did.
made the second day.
Y'all were
so
begging me
rare.
to stay.
Yeah, no, we were.
So far away.
We tried.
You're like,
It
was so far.
I need a FT.
I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I thought you stayed
Then I
until
played
4.
some mixed games.
I was in bed at 4.
The process is a lot better. It's so
I
easy.
heard with the
So
app.
it's just your phone, yeah.
Isaac
Yeah,
from
that's
the
so
Rio
good.
Grande
I'm
Valley
looking
saying
for making
hi
that happen.
in chat.
And
Welcome,
you need
Isaac.
Something like that to make the process
It
easier.
really is. Yeah, because although when you bust out, you could just
Yeah, too easy.
re-enter.
Right away, I watch it. All I have to do is look. And dumbass can't pay attention to
But the dealer's
fatal
little
action. Oh. Snap.
I think I might need some.
That's the aggressiveness. It's not a very good hand.
Are you talking to me? Am I- Is this mine? This is mine.
Steal the dealer.
No, I was making sure. That is me though. Okay.
It is yours.
I was just making it's so
I thought-
it's
I was
closer
like-
to Dante,
I was like,
so
if you
I
can
didn't
pull
know.
that off, that's impressive.
Raised to 15
It is
from
mine,
the
right?
gent.
You're the 4 seat, yeah.
It's going to get called in a bunch of spots here.
I have no idea what I have anymore. There's been so many things.
6 ways to a flop. 6-4 deuce rainbow. 2 pair for the gent.
Not a bad flop for Mark. Flopping nut nut.
Waiting for the ace-3 to barrel away.
Nothing wrong with that. Seeing it now.
That always feels so good when you have ace 3-5 and you get a flop like this.
Question is there anyone that can give him action? TK actually blocks the straight with pocket threes that Mark has.
And he has 3 pair, so he'll feel good if the board pairs. Sam has
It's so cheap.
the nut low, so she'll be able to
Visitors today.
give him some action as long as it doesn't get too expensive. The turn brings in a spade draw, and Sam also has spades, so I think she's forced to call another bet,
Anything turns down.
especially with all of the other players in the pot.
It was weird. It was someplace we were so empty. Like the roads at night.
Unfortunately, Gentry has a higher spade draw, so let's see how
I've never been to Vegas where you could just drive down the boulevard.
sticky he wants to get with his at least 9 high spades. Oh, and Sam does fold.
Yeah, Mark came out for full pot. I
So they're
think
charging all these
Okay.
you would know better than myself. He probably continues if
That's
not
the
a full
one.
pot size.
Oh.
Maybe something like half pot or less.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. I think you
That
can
would've
put
messed up
Mark
Mark's
on
ace 3-5.
ace 3-5 a lot of time, and Sam is a great player. You need to hear her say that. She's going to be one of those players at the table who is aware of the situation. And is she in a great spot against ace 3-5? No. She does have spades, but it's really hard to know if your spades are live there. So she just lets it go, which I think
I'm
is,
gonna see if that one kid. He
in
really,
retrospect,
wants
the
on.
best
I don't know
decision.
who CBK is, but the one. Hold on, wait.
Tell them the minimum's 1,000.
While Jesse deals his hand, do want to do a final reminder of our summer series happening now at TCH Social in Austin. Runs 15th through the 28th. Got event 1 happening as we speak. Got a buzzing tournament floor. This whole series does have a point system with $25K added by the club. First place in the point system will receive an extra 10 grand above what they won during the series. So a lot of money to be made during the summer series.
nice starting hand for Sam. She's going to raise it up.
I hate that I'm always incentivized to get in with these hands.
Good luck, Mike.
You're gonna get a really dirty look from your mom.
She will
From
3
you,
bet
and then your mom's
to
gonna
80.
chastise
Get a
you.
call from Dante. He's got pocket nines this time.
No, I don't.
He's worried about
I really
catching
don't.
strays from your mother.
Why were you mean?
I am my mother's
The
daughter.
tongue-in-cheek hand of the night. Action on Mahesh. He's trying to decide if he's going to continue with Queen, Jack, Jack, 7 deuce.
160.
Just thought better of it and folded.
Most likely ace 2-3.
4 ways to a flop. 5 tray.
Do I believe?
KMR and Sam both with 3s. Sam with the better of it.
I don't think Greg is in there with that hand.
Yeah, Greg had folded
Well,
to
you
the
showing
raise.
me that is not advantageous for you if you
Or no,
fold.
No shit.
He'd be a little behind here because Greg has put $10 out, and possibly that hand just ended with a bet.
I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like there was a bet and take it maybe by Sam.
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry for the
I'm back to even. I gotta go
low
back up.
pitch up there. It says Dante won, but it appears Sam is tipping and stacking chips, so she took that one down.
Is that what that means?
I mean,
Well, I usually don't tip when I
your,
lose.
your game has changed a bit and it's working for you. Like you're more fearless, which is good.
On to the final hand of the night.
It sucks
I want to
being
thank
in
everybody who's
handcuffs,
joined us live and will be watching later on YouTube. Give us
I
a
hate
like,
it. Like, you
subscribe.
got
I'm Kyle
evil
Frisbee.
eyes at me
She's
because I'm like, why is
Amanda
Kenny
Chang
playing like
joining us
that?
through the
That's not
special
how
event with Greg Vail
That's not how I know took him.
in seat 9.
It changed something.
Can access his coaching and coaching material at doublesuitedpoker.com. Scan the QR code on your screen now. It's been a lot of fun to watch him play tonight. Got a chance to share the booth with him earlier this year. Got about a 500% increase in my Big O knowledge at that time. Got another increase tonight. I may be on the next stream. You never know, Amanda.
Put some nines out there.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. It was great to be in here and be able to have this live stream here at TCH. It's always a good time to play Big O and watch these players battling on the felt. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for coming in the booth with me tonight. You have bailed me out basically all night with your Big O knowledge, so a lot of fun. You and I have had our battles on the felts as well, so can be on the same team for this evening, Amanda. And Pot Brewing.
Just tonight, yeah. Let's see what we got. Got a couple of mystery cards.
Looks like we have 3, 4, deuce, 5.
So do we have people calling the list, or working on it?
So we got a straight for Dante, and he's bet.
I didn't touch it.
Mahesh has put 300 out there, and I believe Dante has called.
Quick game. He gone. Quick game. Now they should go to the third.
We'll do our best to follow along with the action here, folks.
What's up, JoJo?
And looks like we are to a showdown.
I would guess that,
Another
Dante
20,
has
15,
the
20
nut
minutes?
straight, assuming the board didn't pair on the river, and Mahesh only needs an ace with a friend in order to have a wheel.
Maybe 10 minutes.
But he wanted the board to pair, so he's going to muck, and it looks like Dante is going to win at showdown with his straight and low.
Yeah, nice way to finish the night for Dante. It looks like over 1K pot or so added to his stack. And that'll do it for tonight. I want to thank Amanda for joining me here in the booth. I'm Kyle Frisbee. We'll be back with you with more poker action, a lot extra coming in the near future. Of course, we have our regular Wednesday No Limit Hold'em 5-5 uncapped game on the 21st. We will have the 100K final table of the summer series, as well as the 250K main event final table on the 28th of this month. We'll let you go for now. Please join us for those special events. I'm Kyle Frisbee. This has been TCH Live from TCH Social in Austin, Texas. Have a great night.
Last